Marco Show. So let's get to the fun, shall we? The Travis and DeMarco Show right now.
Yeah.
Not so loud.
Well, you'll be all right. You're going to make it.
Loud.
You're going to make it.
Come
it
on,
happens.
maintain the low tones,
You
please.
might have made a decision that you're regretting a little bit today, but I would imagine that yesterday was probably a pretty good day for you. You had a pretty good time.
Let's just say I got a lot in common with Mookie Betts right now.
You little sour stomach?
A little bit, but mine's more on purpose.
Yeah, yours is self-inflicted.
I paid for it. Yeah.
Yours was poor decisions.
I paid a tab for this. Yeah.
Anything you'd like to share with the class about?
Well, I wish you were there to share those tequila shots. Nope. No, yeah, we had fun. We finished the basketball tournament. We finished 4th in the state.
Nice.
Yeah, proud of our little Wildcat basketball team. We got beat by the same team twice. Funny. Okay, so this is going to have to be delicate.
Okay.
And it was proposed to me, and I did want. It wasn't the case at all. This is purely hypothetical. I'm just going beyond because we got smoked twice
by the same
team.
Yeah.
And they had a couple of really good players. They were really good.
They're just better than you guys?
Yeah. I mean,
happens.
We're young. We're 10U, so we're still trying to finish
happens.
layups. Right.
Sure.
I mean, they were finishing layups.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. So and I think they were an actual, what do you call that, a travel team?
Yep.
They were together for a while. We'd been together for barely a month. So that's how it goes. But the girl that was beating us, and I met the dad and met the mom, so there is no doubt. But had they slipped in a boy, how would I feel about losing right now?
I don't understand the question.
Had they slipped in a boy on a girl's team, how would I feel about losing right now? What do you mean?
I don't understand.
So, like I said, it's a hypothetical, but the question was asked in a joking way, like, are we sure that player was a girl?
Because she was that good?
She was that good.
Okay.
Right. So how would I feel about losing right now if that had happened? I think I'd feel the same way because we went at her the same way we went after everybody.
Yeah.
She had to sing for her supper. So I wouldn't feel bad at all. I wouldn't.
She have a handle? She have a shot?
Handle, crossover, the whole 9.
All right.
Met dad, talked to dad. He knows my brother. Went to school with him at UCLA.
Oh, okay.
So I know this guy. And I'm like, your daughter can really play. Yeah, this is only her 2nd year. Man, I had never felt
she's just an athlete.
I felt horrible as a coach.
Yeah.
That's her 2nd year?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, you should know this. There are some people that are just really good at stuff.
Born to do it?
Right.
Okay.
And they're just like, oh, yeah, there's nothing I can do with that.
So,
like, she's going to kill us.
Sitting there as we're doing shots in Cadillac Margaritas, we were talking
Those
about
are good,
that
by the way.
and talking about some of our players. And there was one girl that we have, and I wouldn't say she hurts people, but she just plays hard.
Physically.
So I told them, this is how you know when a kid has it. It's the ones you have to slow down. Whatever game you're playing, it's the ones you have to slow down.
What you're looking for, right?
Exactly.
I would rather tell you, hey, calm down a little bit rather than, hey, let's go.
Right.
Let's go is harder to coach than
sucks.
chill out.
Chill out, or you need to leave this division and move up.
You needed somebody to chill you out on the Cadillac Margaritas. Yo, DeMarco, chill out on the Margaritas.
Not in that table. Nah. That was
Wasn't happening?
That was last man standing table.
You made it?
Oh, I made it to the end. We got the checks, and I maintained, heel toe all the way to the car.
Sunday is a tricky proposition.
Yeah.
For me at least. Like Fridays, I like to have a good time. Saturdays, sure. Sundays, like it's a day off, and you have an opportunity to kind of relax and do your stuff, but it can get away from you in a hurry.
Yes.
And then you got this waiting for you the next morning.
This was horrible planning by me the entire weekend because Friday was Mason's party.
It was a great time.
The next day, we had a game in Orange County at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's horrible, right?
Yeah.
Bad, but I had to do it.
You were still at the party when I snuck out.
All right, I sucked it up, and I feel bad. I called you Mr. Hand.
That's
you did
okay.
not look like Mr. Hand. You look good.
See, DeMarco insulted my attire.
It was the blazer shirt combo. You look like a teacher.
Was it the blazer and the sweatshirt, or was it just blazer t-shirt?
It was a collared shirt, like a dress shirt.
I hope
like a
there's
lawyer.
pictures.
No, it wasn't like a lawyer. It wasn't
Jeans?
like a
Or
lawyer.
jeans?
I had jeans. I had on it's a pink and blue like Oxford shirt, and I had on
Blazer.
a gray sports
A
coat.
gray blazer.
Yeah.
All that was missing was a briefcase
Yeah, that's like professor
and
territory.
a brown
Yeah.
paper bag heading to
I
class.
dislike all of you. Jorge is the only one here that I don't dislike. Emily didn't even see it, and she's throwing shade.
I'm just going by DeMarco's description,
yeah, just-
so it feels like a professor. to me.
I would
But a cool
be in your
professor.
class. Mr. Rogers would be a cool teacher.
I don't
yes.
like you. Like I told you on
Come
Friday
on.
night, I said it's the meanest thing you've ever said to me, and
I felt bad about that all weekend.
That's all right. That's all
Yes.
right. We'll fight. We can move past it. Emily,
Yes.
welcome back.
Yes.
Hey guys.
Yeah, welcome
I'm
back.
glad I made it back.
You
happened?
good trip?
Yeah, good trip, but I felt like I was kind of heading towards Final Destination this entire trip. So, there was 2 moments where I was like, I should have been in that place, and something bad happened in that place. So I flew into Orlando, and the same day that I was at the Orlando airport, mere hours apart, a pilot decided to take off from the taxiway instead of the runway and had to stop
What do you
all
think he's
organization.
Maverick and Top Gun?
I don't know
Like,
what
what's
it was,
he doing?
and so had a whole thing at the Orlando airport.
He
and I was
tried
like,
to take
that's
off
scary.
from the
The
taxiway.
taxiway.
Instead of the runway.
The runway.
The runway's much longer.
Much longer, and you're supposed to get up to speed.
Right.
Taxiway, you're not long. It's not long enough for you to get up to
Oh,
speed to
man.
take off. And so there's that happened at Orlando. And then I was at Disney World the same day that Epcot caught on fire.
Oh,
So that's
gosh.
lovely. It
Remind me not to go on vacation with you anytime
right.
soon.
So if you guys didn't see it in the news or whatever, but a small attraction at Epcot caught on fire. The Remy's Ratatouille adventure or whatever thing caught on fire. And before that had happened, we were supposed to be there on that ride
Nope.
at around the same time.
Wow.
And I was like, actually, I think I'm good to go back
You
to
made
Wait a
it.
the
minute.
Airbnb.
You
made
said
it.
Final Destination, right?
Yeah.
So you escaped twice. So that means you brought it in here.
And then no, maybe 3 times because my flight over. So you know how
Flight home?
flight home from Orlando to here is a straight shot one way, and not one way, no layover. And you know your flight attendants, you get a little turbulence, and it's fine. Like they might be still up and about. Not once, but twice. The pilot went on. It's like, flight attendants, please sit down.
I don't mind that.
Like, buckle up.
That doesn't bother me. Here's,
That bothers me.
I understand why it does, but let me try to. And I'm a little bit of a nervous flyer too. So try to take a little solace in me not being nervous, despite it me being typically nervous.
Yeah.
When they say we're about to hit some choppy air, please sit down and buckle your seatbelts, flight attendants included. That means they know what's up.
Yes.
They're approaching something that it's when it starts hopping around and no one said anything. It's like, okay, something bad is happening, like unexpected. Like if you knew
that pause.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you knew that you're driving on a road and all of a sudden for the next 10 miles, the road is torn up and it's going to be bumpy. And I said to you, hey, next 10 miles, it's going to be bumpy road. Like, oh, okay. But if I'm just cruising along and we hit a bunch of bumps in the road, you think, okay, we're going to.
Now I'm terrified.
That's it.
Yeah. What's that? Yeah.
I like the sit down, buckle up, it's going to bump around because they know it's coming.
That's a good
right.
point.
I still don't like it.
Okay.
So let's
No,
not do that.
Still bad, but
Yeah.
yeah, I at least like to know.
Yeah.
I'm still gripping the seat
Oh,
in front
sure.
of me.
Look, it's
and-
not like I'm laughing through it. It still sucks.
And then also, I don't think I've seen. So I've never been to Florida before. I've never been to Orlando, Florida before.
Yeah.
And I've never seen so many cars broken down, pulled over on the side of the road, and people just walking away from the cars, like walking. Like the thing
It's
is,
a very specific place in the United States.
we see
They do that?
cars broken down here all the time in LA because people drive their cars all around. But
Yeah.
I've never seen so many just people walking away
Are we
from their
talking?
cars.
Are we talking like POSs or like high end cars? You just
no, just regular cars.
Oh,
but people
okay.
are just like trying to walk to this way or that way, and it's. But actually, good thing weather was perfect.
yeah.
Oh,
It
that's
was
good.
70
That's
degrees,
probably why
no
they left the
humidity,
car.
lovely. It
Gets
was
their
great.
steps in.
We'll just walk. Yeah,
We'll
there it
walk
is.
the last 10
And-
miles to Disney World.
As a proud older sister, my sister got her number one
That's great.
match.
Nice.
So she will be in general surgery resident at Kentucky.
That's great.
Kentucky, nice.
We need more smart people in the world.
I didn't know about matching until that.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
That's got to be incredibly harrowing.
That's
like,
how it works.
Worrying
Like,
about it.
You go through medical school and then they match you with a hospital.
So people that don't know from what I learned this past week, so they have a matching. You rank up to 20 schools. They recommend you rank as many as possible. So you rank out your
list
schools.
of schools of places. Okay.
And then they will rank you, and it's based off of what they go more by the doctor, what the what they want
Dope.
rather than the residency program. So anyway, you get matched, and hopefully your number one match, and you match both on your discipline and where.
Sweet.
Okay.
And you can couples match. And I saw a
What does
couple-
she do? What field?
General surgery. So
Okay,
that's if you
that's not going to help Mookie Betts.
When you need your appendix removed, she's going to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we saw some couples that try to get couples matched that did not end up in the same place.
Oh boy.
well.
So that's going to be fun
That
to
sounds
have
like
to deal
a
with.
movie.
Sometimes
Yeah.
the universe will throw a curveball at you.
It
Yeah.
is what it
and
is.
Tim goes over there, and Sally goes over there, and they each.
See, that's a reality show right there.
Think about the
Start
concept.
there.
So, like, a lot of these couples will start dating in medical school. But what if you start dating, like, 6 months before match day? Like, do I try to match
You
at
ready?
a reasonable thing with this person, or do you go
It's
wherever
meant
you
to
want?
be. It's meant to be.
There you go.
If it'll work, if it's going to work out, it's going to work out. If it's not, it's not.
But
Go Belichick.
Right?
Go Belichick.
It's like
it's 5 years apart.
I understand. I'm
Break
not
it
saying
off-
it's
break
easy,
it off
but
now.
if you really
Yes.
want to make it happen, you
Yes.
can. I'm not saying it's easy.
Break
but
it
it's,
off
and
now.
prime time to have kids 5 years
yeah,
apart as
no,
well.
that's-
I'm going to be in New York.
Yeah.
Break it off now.
We could both move to Kansas City, meet in the middle.
Maybe next lifetime we could be butterflies.
Yeah, we'll get a spot. You mentioned Mookie Betts. I want to talk
Yeah.
about that coming up in a minute. Jorge showed up at the party way too late. What's up with that?
So I'm
I
on
got
the way
there
out.
right on
I
time.
missed you completely.
What do you mean? I got there right on time.
No, I had come, enjoyed 2 hours of the party, and left before you'd even
Well, I
arrived.
had to do a different type of journey, taking my kids off and then coming back.
He had an ordeal, man.
I know.
Yeah, he told me. I saw him on the way out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a
You
long
missed
deal.
About 40 minutes, I think.
We missed each other by about a half an hour.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, right there. Yeah, that was
Hey,
cool.
what time did you get there, Jorge?
Like close to 10.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's late for an adult party.
Yeah.
It was cool.
I mean, it was people.
Those
still-
Macy's
yeah.
parties go
Yeah,
late.
they go
Like
pretty
those are
late.
not Travis parties where we shut it down by
I can see
10:30.
how
Oh,
that.
I understand,
that
but
was the
10
beginning
arrival
stages.
is
Yeah.
pretty late.
That was part A of that party.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was going to be
Did
another
you
part.
make it to part B?
No, I
Yeah.
got out right after you.
Yeah.
You know who left quick? Michael.
Thompson?
Yes.
I think I beat him because we were.
Did you?
I think so. I think he was still there.
I said, "What's up?" Looked for him again. Gone.
The only
Yeah.
person I'm sure got out of there ahead of me was Kate's.
Really?
And he had a previous engagement that he needed to attend to.
I didn't even see Kate's.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Okay.
He
Yeah,
may
yeah.
have come and gone before you even got there.
Okay.
That's a possibility.
George was there.
George and Sedano and Cap showed up right as I was leaving.
Yes.
Literally, Cappy was coming through the door as I was coming
I
out.
think I had 45 minutes of party with those two guys.
Yeah.
And then gone. Yeah.
Then
yeah.
gone.
Okay.
Then
And
gone. Mookie was going to try to play last night in the Freeway Series, did not play, and some of these numbers and the weight loss is, quite frankly, pretty scary. We'll get into that coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
For ESPN LA contest rules, go to ESPNLA.com and click the contest button.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/LA right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Collectors, Front Row Card Show is back at the Pasadena Convention Center on March 29th and 30th. Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey cards, plus Pokemon, Marvel, Star Wars, and comic books. SGC, Beckett, CGC, and JSA will be there. So bring your cards, comics, and autographs to sell, trade, or get them graded. Hundreds of vendors, thousands of dollars, and free prizes. Don't miss it. Front Row Card Show, Pasadena Convention Center, Saturday and Sunday, March 29th and 30th, 11 to 5. For more info, go to FrontRowCardShow.com. That's FrontRowCardShow.com.
It's spring in the Southland, and the season of adventure is here. So why not hit the road in a brand new Kia from Kia of Carson? Whether you want a sleek sedan, a spacious SUV, or the latest hybrid or EV, Kia of Carson has the perfect ride for you. As one of the largest Kia dealerships in the country, we have all the latest tech-savvy vehicles that make the season of adventure more exciting. And Kia of Carson makes car buying easy, fun, and unforgettable. But don't wait. Our spring sales event is happening now. Hurry in today or shop online at KiaofCarson.com. Kia of Carson. Let's get you on the road.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Open your world to all that SeaWorld San Diego has to discover. Make new connections with orcas, belugas, dolphins, and more. Explore all new depths with Jewels of the Sea, an immersive experience featuring vivid displays of awe-inspiring jellyfish species opening this spring. And set sail on a flavorful journey as you sample your way through an all-new menu at the Seven Seas Food Festival. There's so much more to SeaWorld than ever before. Save up to 55% on tickets, fun cards, and passes during our spring break sale. Hurry, offer ends soon. Taxes, service fees, blackout dates, and other restrictions may apply.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
A great lawn is like a great sports team. It takes expertise and a little extra care to really stand out. That's where True Green comes in. They're the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour, so they know a thing or two about keeping grass looking like a fairway. It's more affordable than you think, and they'll even match any competitor's price. Plus, True Green backs it all up with a satisfaction guarantee. Head to TrueGreen.com today. Let the pros do the work while you sit back and enjoy the results.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN.
I want to put my feet in the sand. I want to drink. I want to eat. I want to walk. I want to have the sun on my face. That's it.
Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Yes.
How did my taco game look? Did I do all right?
Pretty good. Yeah.
Taco game?
Yeah.
I put together
tacos?
a taco spread at the house on Saturday.
Nice.
Made fresh pico de gallo, made fresh salsa verde, new recipe. Awesome.
Oh, yeah. Where'd
Fantastic.
you get it from?
I've seen a bunch of stuff online, so I kind of combined a bunch of them into one, and it turned out great.
Roasted everything?
So I boiled a bunch of the stuff
Yeah.
and then kind of put it in a pan to kind of char it a little bit and then blend it. Oh, my goodness. Get out of here. That was terrific.
Salsa verde?
Uh-huh.
What's in it?
Tomatillos, jalapenos, habaneros, cilantro, lime, garlic.
You put one of it in, all right?
One habanero,
Yeah.
One jalapeno.
Yeah. Mess around with those habaneros.
It was,
yeah, bro.
It was good.
Oh,
it was good. Pollo and carne asada.
Nice.
It was. Let's go.
See ya. There
Let's
you
go. Let's go.
Heck yeah.
And there's a little bit left that I'm going to have for lunch today and probably dinner tonight.
There you
And
go.
Oh, yeah.
Go
Make a
from
burrito.
there.
Always good.
Mookie should come to my house and I should feed him because he is still losing weight. Dodgers played the Angels last night in Game 1 of the Freeway Series. They got today and tomorrow, and then they shut it down for a day, open up for real on Thursday against Tarek Skubal and the Tigers.
Love that.
That's going to be a great game. We can talk about that coming up.
Is that true about his name?
What's that?
Skubal.
What about it?
His last name is Czech for tear things up.
I don't know.
And his first name, what's his first name?
Tarek.
And that means strike in some language.
Oh, really?
If that's true.
That's a great
awesome.
name.
Oh my God!
What a great,
that's
yeah,
awesome.
I've never heard that.
Strike tearing things up.
I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm going with that.
I'm like,
that
let me
sounds
check
amazing.
that to make sure that's real. But
Yeah.
if that's true, I love this kid already.
Yeah, he's a terrific
Yeah.
pitcher. But so Mookie was going to try to play last night, got scratched from the lineup shortly before the game was supposed to go, and he was talking with reporters and everything else. And this line is really scary. You've heard, it's described as a mystery illness, and that his body is eating itself. He's still losing weight. He's down 20 plus pounds. He's down to 157 pounds. Mookie Betts was super skinny / lean / however you want, athletic, however you want to describe his body type pre-illness, there wasn't a lot of extra weight that he was carrying around.
No,
none,
and not a lot of body fat.
None.
So he's burning muscle right now to drop
157 pounds.
Yeah,
I mean, that is skinny.
This is no longer a joke. This is a real thing. This is going to affect his season.
I think so too.
Guaranteed. Yeah.
And
23 pounds?
23 pounds when you didn't have a pound to spare.
Yes, you just burned a lot of muscle. It's going to take a while to get back up to that.
And so that's kind of what I think is so interesting about this is even if you just snapped your fingers today and he was healthy and he's like, I can eat, because he was talking about, he goes, he can do everything. He can work out. He can do all things. He just can't eat. That everything he eats, he throws up. That he can't keep any food down.
It can't be good if you're not fueling your body to keep working out.
So I guess he's able to take in calories and other stuff through shakes and I don't know if it's IV or whatever, but he's getting calories, but it's not the same as eating food.
No, not at all. Okay.
So he's down. Let's just, like I said, snap your fingers and he's back. He's healthy. It's going to take him a long time to put 20 pounds of the right weight back on. Obviously, he's probably a little dehydrated, and that's going to be, whenever you're vomiting and things like that, that's a big issue.
Yeah.
So some of it will just be some volume water, or some of the weight will come back on. But to your point, there has to have been some muscle loss along the way. There has to have been all these other things. It's going to take at least a few weeks, if not longer, to just get back to zero.
Yeah, I think he's one of those. He's an athlete that's floating around 12% body fat.
I bet,
and that's
maybe even lower for him.
But that's in a fat year when he's not training. I bet in season he may be under double digits. So he's a lean guy to begin with, and then you drop 23 pounds. Yeah, a lot of that's going to be your muscle, but he can still work out. If you look and listen to his interviews, he says he can do everything.
Yeah.
Now, he might be able to play and play great at 157. But there's no way you're telling me you got stronger in that situation. That's going to affect you somewhere.
Could he look? He's, to your point, he's such a great athlete. He might be the best athlete in Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
Like just as far as like being able to do everything. He might be number one. So can he survive? Yes. Can he go out there and do the job? Sure. Will he be Mookie Betts, though, is the question. That at that light of a weight, at 157 pounds, look, he's not a guy that's hitting balls upper tank to begin with. He's a really strong, powerful, quick, explosive athlete, but at 157, there's just not a lot of stuff there.
Yeah, that's Altuve weight, isn't it?
I bet Altuve's way north of that. And Mookie's not a tall guy. Mookie's probably 5'9" or 10.
That's little. Yeah.
That's tiny.
I know.
And so I guess the question is, Dodgers open up on Thursday. Do you IL him and try to figure out what's going on, try to figure out a way to get some weight back on? Because I would imagine that if you just kind of run him out there right now, you're going to get off to a weird start. He's going to have to try to find his weight. He's going to have to try to find his strength. He's trying to learn a relatively new position. Like, that's a lot of things stacked up in front of you that are challenges. To me, it seems like a much better idea to get him as healthy as possible, put some weight back on, and then reintroduce him, whether that's a week from now, 2 weeks from now, whatever it is. Like, try to get some of that weight back on him before you throw him out there.
I wouldn't be surprised if he played Thursday. I wouldn't be surprised if they IL'd him. What you need to find out is what's causing it first.
Yeah.
So when you go through his symptoms, I can't keep any food down. I just keep throwing up. And then they say it still hasn't been diagnosed yet. So we don't even know what this is.
Yeah.
So like I said, this went from something that was almost funny in Japan. Oh, I feel bad for him.
He ate something bad.
He ate something bad too.
Yeah.
This could be serious. Yeah. I mean, just because you lost 23 pounds doesn't mean you're not going to lose more.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. We don't know what this is just yet. So I think baseball is the least of your worries right now.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be an alarmist or anything. We don't know what it is.
Right.
There's got to be one of the scariest things you could hear. Like if they said, you have this. Okay, the next question is, what do we do? And they say, well, you do this, you do this, you do this, you do this. Okay, I'm on the path to fixing whatever it is.
Yeah.
But to your point, DeMarco, and you're exactly right. What is it? We don't know yet. We're still trying to figure it out. That's got to be terrifying.
I would act as if you don't have Mookie Betts for the foreseeable future.
I think so too.
Until you figure out exactly what this is. Because he looks, and I hate to say this, but it's just like when I tell you, he looks bad.
He does.
Yeah. Your face is all sunken in.
There was a video that my pal Doug McCain put on his Twitter feed on Dodgers Nation of him taking infield in Japan.
Yeah.
And DeMarco, he looked like he was about to throw up as he was doing it.
You know what he looks like, Jorge? You've seen this before. Boxers at weigh-ins. when they're completely, totally 100% dehydrated. Yeah. They look like walking skeletons. Yeah, you're close to that. So baseball,
his color was bad.
Yeah,
like his eyes were kind of sunken. There's nothing about it that looked good.
I know.
And hearing him talk about it yesterday, it was like, oh boy.
Not to be this is just me being funny and serious at the same time. Until they tell me what it is, if my locker's next to his, I'm moving. I don't know what this is.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Whatever it is, I don't want it. 23 pounds is no joke.
On a 180-pound guy.
On anybody.
Yeah.
If you're 220 and you lost 23 pounds,
you're right. That's
scary.
10% of your weight.
Big time. That's a big, and you don't know why. I wouldn't say cavalier. I'd be scared to death. What is this? Yeah.
I would too. Yeah, it went from they're going to be all right. He'll, we've all got food poisoning. He'll bounce to, what the heck is that? And it's weird.
A light heavyweight to under middleweight in how many weeks? 3?
2.5?
Yeah, bro, that's a big deal.
It really is. Now, not that his health obviously is the most important part, so put that over here, but they got to figure out what they're going to. He's their second best player, comfortably. Like, he's clearly their second best guy. He plays, which you can make a case for, other than catcher, the most important defensive position on the field.
Yeah.
He hits near the top of your order. He protects Shohei Ohtani. That you have to kind of sort of pitch to Ohtani, because the last thing you want to do is pitch to Betts with Ohtani on base.
True.
So you got to kind of go at him. It changes and shortens the lineup a little bit. Whatever development at shortstop that he was going through, it pauses that, if not regresses a little bit there.
Right.
The Dodgers were built to sustain issues. Their depth is about as extraordinary as anything you've ever seen, but this is not just, hey, we lost a guy. This is, we lost a guy that has been an MVP, could be an MVP, and is one of the 5 best players in baseball.
You lost the guy outside of Ohtani. Yeah, you go from Snell to Yamamoto to Sasaki. Okay, not so bad. Snell's going to have to pitch like hell. And we said the Dodgers aren't going to win every game. No. Thursday could be the one that you don't, because of who's pitching, and you might not have Mookie, but with your pitching lineup, it makes you feel a little bit better about not having Mookie.
Any other team,
this is the benefit of being blue. Yeah,
let's get him back as quickly as possible. He's our best guy. He's our MVP. Without him, we are really behind the 8 ball. To take as much time as you can possibly take to get as healthy as you possibly can, because we're going to be okay.
Yeah.
Like we will be okay while you figure out what's going on. And hopefully somebody goes, it's this. Just give him this, and I'll give him, the weight will come back on, the strength will come back, his energy, his vitality, all that stuff will be
Lock
right
him
back
out
here.
of the weight room. Just, you can't go home.
Yeah.
Go home. No, go to Travis's house and eat some tacos.
Yeah, they were
with
pretty
some
good.
salsa verde.
They were pretty good.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on my pico either.
How many cakes did Mason have at his party?
4 or 5?
I just saw
4
the
or
one
5 cakes
that was ablaze with 60 candles. That was the only cake.
Was
Then
it really
there was
60
the
on
one
it?
on the side. There were some cakes where you could dip them in the fountain and all that stuff too. I just saw the one big one. Were there multiple
There was
cakes?
a chocolate cake, red velvet cake, something yellow.
Carrot cake?
Carrot cake.
Because Momo got carrot. I was like, I should have got the carrot cake.
I thought you were going to throw shade at carrot cake.
No, I love carrot cake.
Yeah.
And I love Momo's husband. He's funny.
a nice guy.
He's
the first
awesome.
time I'd ever met him.
Yeah, really cool dude.
Carrot cake with or without raisins?
Without.
But
either way, give it to me. Yeah, either way.
But if you could choose.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I want him in.
That's the most old man take you've ever had in your life.
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Raisins
in your
Oh, yeah.
carrot cake.
So
and
good.
also, you guys are all saying
So
carrot
good.
cake.
Carrot cake's delicious.
Not raisins in my potato salad. Yeah.
That's so Mr. Hen.
See? You can see it, right? See?
I don't like anybody here. I'm going to change the subject. Join Cappy, O'Shea Jackson Jr., producer Lindsay, for a special viewing of Monday Night Raw
Somebody
on April
order a
7th
pizza.
at Hollywood Park Casino. There will be one grand prize of a pair of tickets to the big wrestling event in Las Vegas. RSVP, easy for me to say, for your spot at ESPNLA.com. Must be present to win. Must be 21 years or older to enter. Park Party and Play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room, now open 24/7.
If I'm here and you're here.
You're
doesn't that
exactly
make
right,
it
Mr.
our
Spicoli.
time?
Come on up and get a piece. Make it a good one. There is some good news on the Dodger horizon, getting ready for opening day in just a few days here. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Speaking of more good news, Rotolo Chevrolet is always good news because they're always taking care of you and me and everyone else. That's why they've been Dealer of the Year 13 years in a row, because they get it. And what they get is you and what you want and how you want to be taken care of. Respectfully, courteous, upfront, transparent. Think about when you go to buy something, you're like, man, I don't know about this. I don't know about that. Am I getting all the information? That's never going to happen to you at Rotolo Chevrolet. You're going to feel great about it. So you're going to tell everybody. You're going to tell me, Trav, you were right about Rotolo Chevrolet. You were right about Mike Capozio and his entire team. They took care of me, and it was exactly what you said. So if you've been thinking about a Silverado, if you've been thinking about a Chevy car truck, get on out to Rotolo Chevrolet. It's in Fontana. It's right off the 210 freeway, Sierra Avenue exit. You can't miss it. And if Fontana's, maybe not next door to where you live, and so you're thinking, it's a little bit far, that's okay. RotoloChevy.com. ROTOLO. RotoloChevy.com. And whether you go in or go online, make sure that the great folks at Rotolo Chevrolet know that Travis sent you in.
The most followed sports radio station in the world.
In the world. That's right. In the world.
710 ESPN.
You know it. Yeah. Tell your friends.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
We're naturally entertaining.
Yes. LA's mega sports station. 710 ESPN.
Collectors, Front Row Card Show is back at the Pasadena Convention Center on March 29th and 30th. Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey cards, plus Pokemon, Marvel, Star Wars, and comic books. SGC, Beckett, CGC, and JSA will be there. So bring your cards, comics, and autographs to sell, trade, or get them graded. Hundreds of vendors, thousands of dollars in free prizes. Don't miss it. Front Row Card Show, Pasadena Convention Center, Saturday and Sunday, March 29th and 30th, 11 to 5. For more info, go to frontrowcardshow.com. That's frontrowcardshow.com.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
Hey, basketball fans. John Ireland here. Austin Reeves has been playing lights out, and now he's bringing that same energy to his brand new signature shoe, the AR2s from Rigorer. Designed for top performance and comfort, these kicks are for players who grind just like Austin. He was hands-on in crafting every detail, making sure the AR2s deliver on and off the court. So go to Rigorer.com, Rigorer. Don't wait. Own a pair of Austin Reeves' shoes. That's Rigorer.com.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Lakers fans, we're so close to crowning the Lakers GOAT. Join us on March 24th between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. at Ralph's PCH in Long Beach, 6290 East Pacific Coast Highway, to celebrate the search of the greatest fan of all time. Enjoy special appearances from Lakers legends like Byron Scott and AC Green. Grab some delicious bites from the BB Go food truck and enter for a chance to win Lakers tickets. Plus, cast your vote on site with us at LakersGoFoat.com and receive an exclusive Lakers GoFoat t-shirt. Don't miss out.
At Children's Hospital Los Angeles, we're a nationally recognized leader in pediatric care, honored by U.S. News and World Report as one of the best in the country. Here, we achieve amazing breakthroughs that change lives. From groundbreaking cancer therapies that offer new hope to young patients, to advanced heart procedures that save lives, we partner with families to conquer challenges and achieve extraordinary outcomes. Choose the best care for your child at chla.org.
Who's cutting down the nets this year? Get in on all the tournament action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Go from tracking the latest upsets to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code JQ to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Michelle Smallman here. Are you dreaming of seeing your team draft their next superstar? Travel Wisconsin is sending 10 lucky fans and a guest to the draft in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Witness unforgettable moments and make memories that will last a lifetime. Don't miss out. Enter Travel Wisconsin's Dream Draft Sweepstakes. Visit travelwisconsin.com/draft to learn how you can win a trip to experience the biggest moment of the offseason. Epic moments that become lifelong memories are waiting to be discovered across Wisconsin. Terms and conditions apply.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
So we don't do, like, find the lie of the day here at the Travis and DeMarco Show, but I want to try 2 truths and a lie about my vacation.
I will never drink tequila again.
Something we should all abide by.
Yeah, we've all told ourselves that lie.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to give you 2 truths and a lie, and feel free to investigate. Ask me questions.
All right.
To see if you can get to the lie.
All right.
My first thing is, so my cousin, who's a firefighter, he was going to be in Orlando for a total of 24 hours, okay? He drove there.
Okay.
He brought with him in his little bag, he had like 2 shirts and dumbbells. He brought dumbbells with him to our Airbnb
I have
so
a
that he could
follow-up
work
question.
out. Sure.
Is he extremely fit?
He's quite fit.
Okay.
Okay, so that's one thing.
He brought dumbbells where? I missed the last part.
Our Airbnb.
Airbnb.
So he... I think they're probably like 25ers
each.
Yeah.
50 pounds of extra weight.
50
Okay.
pounds.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
so that's just the first statement.
Yeah.
Second statement is that I ran into a Disney star at Disney World. I'm not talking about like a person dressed up as a character, but
I understand.
I ran into somebody who has been on a Disney product. in Disney
Actor,
World.
actress, that type?
Yes.
Okay.
Hannah Montana,
Actress.
per se. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
per se.
Not Mickey Mouse.
Not Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
So that is the second of these. And the third is that there is a piece of the Berlin Wall at Universal Studios Orlando. And I went and visited it.
I have my guess. DeMarco,
Do you guys have any questions about any of these?
How big of a piece of the wall?
It's like the size of like that door.
Okay.
So not very big.
We're detecting the lie
You
here.
try to find the lie. I think I know which one it is.
Okay, the dumbbells actually make sense because people do this. I told you, like, I can't find the gym, coach.
Yeah.
You have a floor, right? So,
And he drove there, so he has to check it. So
and you can get an entire workout with 25s.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
The other one,
Disney Star or Berlin Wall?
I believe the Berlin Wall, but I'm trying to think, why would it be there?
Right.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to know where it was?
Yeah, where was it?
It's behind the Hard Rock Cafe at Universal Orlando.
Okay, if there was
So it's
going to
not-
be a
it's-
place,
it's-
that's kind of where it would be.
It's hidden, though. It's not like
Oh.
you have to go around the back of the building to see this.
I'm going Disney Star as the lie.
I'm going Disney Star too. Yeah, Disney Star as the lie.
I'm going with the weights.
The weights?
You think the weight says the lie?
Yeah.
The lie is Disney Star.
Oh,
I did not see
okay,
Disney Star, but my
okay.
sister. So here's what my sister did. So she is a season ticket pass holder or whatever at Universal. She goes all the time. She's like, I have a surprise for you guys, and I'm not going to tell you what it is, but you can guess a million times, and you will not know what this is. I'm like, okay, cool. And so she takes us to the Hard Rock Cafe. This is 9 a.m. in the morning as I came up a red-eye flight. And she comes around the side of the building. We're like, where are we going? It's literally by, like, the garbage cans, basically, is a piece of the Berlin Wall with a little plaque on it that says,
Berlin Wall?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was like,
Wow.
what the heck is going on here?
I do wonder what you do with that because I remember when those pieces came down, they were for sale.
You weren't over there when that happened, were you?
No, after.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
being in Berlin and seeing the lines of where the wall used to be
Yeah.
and where our hotel was. Like, we were in East Germany.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there was a wall that kept us out of where we eat dinner tonight. Right here.
That's
it's
crazy.
weird. And then I told Checkpoint Charlie that
Yeah.
whole thing was strange. But people were buying parts of the wall. and it means a lot. But when you get it home, it's just a block of cement.
It's a chunk of concrete.
Right.
Yeah,
what do I do with it?
Yeah.
UVA had one.
I wouldn't mind like a little baseball size piece.
Yeah.
Like to put it on your shelf or whatever. Like, oh, it's a piece of the
My
Berlin
history
Wall.
teacher had one the size of your mug, your coffee mug.
A
and
piece,
he would bring
yeah.
it to history class.
Her details on the wall were too specific.
Yeah.
Either you have a very creative mind and were able to come up with it on the spot.
There's a lot going on there.
I had some details about the Disney Star if you had asked me.
You
I just didn't
did,
give it.
but when she said, "Oh, it's about the size of that door," I'm thinking, okay, she actually
He's reading
saw
you.
it.
You should have gave us
Yeah.
the examples of the Disney Star because that's you. If you saw
Yeah.
a Disney Star, you would have told us.
Yep.
Like who it
Yeah.
is. Yeah. Okay. That's
Who
good.
Are you going? Yeah.
I was
Who
gonna
did you
say
meet?
I was gonna say it was gonna be Oli Carvalho, who plays Moana. She had just came off of Cabaret, but anyway.
Nice. I just saw Moana too. For the
Any
first
good?
time.
Yeah, it's cute.
Really, it's cool. I like it.
Cute.
I like those. Extend the universe. You don't like those.
No,
I can't wait for Happy Gilmore, and you will not
I
ruin
don't-
it for me.
I'm not
You
trying to
will
ruin
not
it for you.
that movie
I'm
for
sure
me.
it'll be okay.
Yes.
Like I don't mind it if it's a continuation of the thing. For instance, like Toy Story, right?
Yeah.
Toy Story 2 was really good. I liked it. It was a different way to tell a similar story. But when
Right.
you just kind of give me the same thing again, like Anchorman 2 or Coming to America 2, it's like
I have one question for you moving forward. Are you a fan of the Rocky series?
I hit and miss. Like there
Okay.
are some I really
Rocky
like.
hit or miss?
Like Rocky, yes.
Yes.
Rocky 3 I thought was hilariously
Awesome,
fun and
yes.
awesome. The rest of them, I like the Creed movies if
Yeah.
we're counting those
Okay.
as Rocky movies.
Yeah, yeah.
But like Rocky 2, not great. Rocky 4, absurd.
Well, yeah.
Rocky 5,
A juiced-up
awesome.
Russian.
Balboa wasn't bad.
Balboa was good. It was
Yeah,
real. It was
yeah.
gritty. It was gritty.
Balboa
Yes.
was okay.
Nice.
There's a few in there.
Nice.
It is a Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday. Lakers are in Orlando, Emily, to start their road trip. Tip off at 4 o'clock, followed by SC taking on Mississippi State at home tonight. Thanks to Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy
You
it.
should have stayed for the game.
No. I'm not going to stay to watch
no.
that. Sorry.
Final destination.
Yeah,
Who knows?
I didn't even think about it. You're right. She brought the
You
the-
brought
the
it
bad
in here.
JuJu
See?
in here.
There you
I was like,
go.
if you want to give me one more PTO day, I'll take it.
Take them all. You
Nice.
know, this is a thing that I need to get. Mason has kind of tried to educate me on this a few times, and I just can't get there.
Take your time off?
Yes.
Yeah.
I leave days off on the table and I have.
Do
for-
you feel bad
for
about taking days
30
off?
No, but the second I'm on vacation, I start thinking about I need to get back.
Okay.
Oh, I take all my
Yeah.
vacation days. I just
Yeah.
have several things coming up this year that I cannot take an extra.
I leave them on the table.
I'm with
every
you.
year.
I don't think about them until it's way too late.
Yeah.
Dang, I missed that.
Yeah.
I saw this video that went kind of viral or whatever of someone they were on a flight and they could see what that person in front of them was texting because they had large font, and so they could see that they were texting their boss, "Hey, I'm sick. I'm sorry I can't come in today." Putting in their sick request off on a flight. So clearly, obviously,
Gangster.
sick.
Love it. Hey, look.
Yeah.
I've done a 180. Before I would have looked down my nose at that, and now I'm like, I wish I had the you-know-whats to do it.
The gangster. There
Yeah,
you go. Yes.
Before I'm like, look at this guy looking to, cut out of work, lazy, gold
Now,
bricking
like, why did
piece
I
of
think of that?
what. And I'm like, God, I wish I had the courage to
Heck
send
yeah.
that text.
I
I
mean,
just
to the
don't
man.
have it.
There you
After
go.
being surrounded by doctors, I'm like, yeah, I'm not saving lives over here. So,
No,
Yeah.
no, it's very true. It's
Perspective,
very true.
right? Yeah.
The Far Side is coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. All right, let's talk about Prize Picks. Here's what you do. You put the Prize Picks app on your phone, and when you're signing up, you use the code 710. And when you use the code 710, Prize Picks is going to give you $50 after you play your first $5 lineup. And it is so much fun. You get to do whatever, sport is your favorite sport. I, of course, love baseball and the NFL. The NBA is a great way to do it right now. All sorts of NBA teams to do. And you pick more or less. For instance, yesterday, James Harden and Jason Tatum, right? These were my two picks. James Harden, more or less than 21 points. I picked more. This is what I get for picking James Harden, and he let me down. Jason Tatum, more or less than 29.5. He got 30. That's more. That's Prize Picks. You pick more, you pick less, and you could win up to 1,000 times your money, but you can't play if you don't have the app on your phone. Prize Picks app on your phone. Promo code 710 for $50 after you play your first $5 lineup. Doesn't even matter if you win or lose. You get the 50 no matter what. Prize Picks. Run your game.
The biggest show on the radio. Mason in Ireland on 710.
I wanted to know, when everything's said and done, do you guys want to write an autobiography?
No.
Oh, that was quick.
I want to write a book, but I don't want it to be about me.
Yeah.
You have an interesting life, John. That would be
I know.
kind of dope. Not kind of. It would be dope.
I've got like 30 pages of a fiction book.
That's what I'd want to write.
Fiction.
Fiction. Aspects of me, but not about me.
So
I don't think I would not write an autobiography. I don't think I'm that interested. I got to be honest. Plus, I've said everything on the radio. What else can I put in a book?
I'm sure there's things that we don't know that people would want to know.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah, no, I'm never going to go that deep. This is as deep as I get.
Yeah, right. But I see Ireland writing like a
tell-all.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Today at noon.
Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN.
For employers looking for their star players, ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology works fast to find qualified candidates for your job, and you can invite your top choices to apply. It's why over 4 million businesses have used ZipRecruiter to hire, and why 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. Time for a full court press in your hiring game? Try for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Collectors, Front Row Card Show is back at the Pasadena Convention Center on March 29th and 30th. Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey cards, plus Pokemon, Marvel, Star Wars, and comic books. SGC, Beckett, CGC, and JSA will be there. So bring your cards, comics, and autographs to sell, trade, or get them graded. Hundreds of vendors, thousands of dollars in free prizes. Don't miss it. Front Row Card Show, Pasadena Convention Center, Saturday and Sunday, March 29th and 30th, 11 to 5. For more info, go to frontrowcardshow.com. That's frontrowcardshow.com.
Welcome to TGL, presented by SoFi, golf's newest league. It's sharp and it's electric. How is it sharp? How is it electric? Good questions. Try this on for size. 2 hours of hammer dropping, overtime, forcing, playoffs on the line, golf. With 24 of the best players from the PGA Tour, split into 6 teams: Atlanta, Boston, Jupiter, LA, New York, and the Bay. This isn't your average Sunday pickup game. Tune in every week for TGL matches, only on ESPN. Keep up. It's golf.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-494-6139. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-494-6139.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
You unlock this door with a key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into the land of shadow and substance, of things and ideas you've crossed over into the far side.
I'm in the far side.
You're in the far
Let's
side.
Go.
It is the middle ground between light and shadow.
Do you know what helped?
4 or 5 hour ride.
I jumped in the ocean. It helped.
Between science and superstition.
I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel fast. I want to feel naked out there.
And it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. The far side.
I love that. What's up, Clinton?
What's going on,
Good
man?
to see you, brah.
I didn't see you at Mace's party because I didn't go. So.
Oh, it's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I should apologize to Mace because I RSVP'd to go. And
Yeah.
didn't.
Oh.
I mean,
faux pas.
Oh, that's a faux
is
pas.
that a faux pas
That's
for
a
you?
little bit of a faux
so.
pas.
I feel like, I mean, it was.
Here's the saving
Go ahead.
grace for you. There's a lot of people at
That's
that
what I
party.
thought. Anyway, I was like, there's going to be a ton of
If
people
this was
there.
a party of 10 people
Yeah,
and
that's
you
a different
said,
move.
I'm in, and
That's
you
a
don't
different
show,
move.
Yeah.
But when the legendary Mason is having a 60th party,
He might not have known until you said it. There's
well,
a lot
that's
of people
fine.
there.
I mean, you know,
you could pull. Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, you could have.
And you,
No, that's not.
Do you have?
Now
do
that
you
is
have,
a faux pas.
Yeah.
Lying about your whereabouts.
Do you have an on-air apology?
No,
No?
it's not that serious.
That's it? Oh,
but I'm
okay.
just saying that I did not see you guys.
Yeah.
Mace was not going to miss me.
He tried to humiliate me by saying that I was dressed like a school teacher.
I did not. I told you that. You did. You look like Mr. Hand.
Wait, did you say this on air? Or did you say this at the time?
Well, I said it to his face. I felt bad about it all weekend because I thought he would think it was funny, but
It was funny.
He said it was the meanest thing I ever said. And I'm
that's
like,
why it was funny. It was the meanest thing you've ever said to
I
me,
took
which
that
makes
whole-
it funny.
That is quite hilarious.
I thought about
Wait,
that.
what were you wearing?
I was
Tell
wearing
him.
I was wearing jeans.
Yep.
Okay.
I was wearing a like a pink blue kind of Oxford shirt.
Sure.
Okay, and a gray sports coat.
Oh, you had a sport coat on? Okay. all
It's
right.
a shoe situation too.
What, Em?
Shoes?
Yes, I had shoes on.
No. What kind of shoes?
Not sneakers.
Okay.
Okay.
So you
I don't
you
shoes.
dressed. You
Yeah.
sort of dressed.
Yeah.
Okay. You didn't just show
yeah.
up with what you were wearing that day.
I didn't even
No,
see your
I
shoes.
dressed.
It just
All right.
you gave off Mr.
What did you
Hand
wear,
vibes.
DeMarco?
I wore what I wore here on the show
he
on
had like
Friday.
Right, you did not
a
change
thin
clothes.
hoodie.
Okay.
No, because I got there what time did I get there? I got there after you.
You don't. Yeah, a little after
We
me.
had a talent show at school. Yeah, that's
I
it.
like it when people are mean to each other. I think that's how we
No,
express
I
affection
get
to one
it.
another.
I totally get
Yeah.
it. But
Yeah.
I was
I mean,
wondering what the
Tongue
stratification
in
was
cheek, I had to bring it on there.
in
just to
terms,
tell
in
people.
terms of preparation.
And they agree. That's Mr. Handworthy
for the
right
situation.
there. I think I want to change my brand some, and I don't believe in the whole. You guys believe in brands and stuff? Your brand,
Your
have to.
personal brand?
your personal brand.
Do you have a personal brand?
I have no idea. I never thought of it that way, but I guess I do. Do we all have brands?
Yes, I think every person does.
Do you
Kind of
care
why
about your
we're here.
brand?
Big time.
Okay. I guess I should too.
I need more brands to care about my brand.
More, see,
If you know
okay.
what I'm saying.
There was
Hallelujah,
a
my
guy on Twitter. This big
Absolutely.
yoked up dude did his morning routine.
Oh.
Did you see that guy?
Oh my God.
You saw that
This
dude?
is taking
Kill
over my
factor
timeline.
cap. Come on.
Oh my bad.
No, tell me. I don't know
this
it.
yoked up dude doing this whole little morning routine. And
What, like self-care?
he put his face in water. I don't know. But
Maniacal.
Yeah, little is a very, very large understatement.
Yeah.
This guy gets up at 4 a.m. and has various moves that he goes through. It is complete influencer, meathead, ridiculousness.
And he sprints.
But it's funny as all get out because he looks like he's taking it dead seriously.
Is it meant to be funny, or is he just
I
a
don't
good
know,
actor?
but it's compelling.
Can I
yes.
walk you through what he does? So he wakes up in the morning, he has the nose strips on, the breathe right strips, and he has the mouth tape. So he takes
tape. I've never heard of this.
Like the hostage tape for the snoring?
He takes the hostage tape off,
Yeah.
and then he goes outside into his balcony and does 20 push-ups, and then comes back inside off of his balcony. Don't know why he did that. He pours a bowl of ice water for himself to dunk his head in. Oh, after
And they
he takes
keep
the
having
breathe
the
right strip.
time, like
Yeah,
5:04.
it's all time
And then-
stamped.
5:17.
He makes himself like a smoothie. He goes for a swim. He comes back. He reads from the Bible. He has his wife cook him the rest of his meal, or
Yeah.
girlfriend, or whatever.
It's
I respect
maniacal.
the routine. I do.
However, he got this thing wired up. Good for him.
I respect the routine. Like
Yeah.
Nick Saban, Sean McVay, these routines, and they never miss. I respect that. But I'm like, why is this such a big deal?
This is over the top, and people are making fun of it in ways that make it 10 times more
crazy.
hilarious.
But he keeps saying my brand, my brand, my brand. So it got me thinking about my brand. And this weekend, I really do want to add more coaching to my life.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I really do. I want to be more involved in youth athletics. Like a serious shift in what I'm doing with my day type stuff. Not me and you.
I know what you
I got it, yeah.
But a real shift and like getting involved in this.
I would imagine there are many, many high school football programs that would love to have you around.
Might be. I think I might want to stay with girls athletics.
There you
though.
go. Okay.
I
Okay.
really do. Basketball.
Let me ask you
more
a question.
Softball. Go
Is
ahead.
this a situation where you are looking to become a part of a program or something where it's like the train with DeMarco kind of situation?
Trying to figure out what my brand is and what that means.
Got
But
it.
I think I want my own facility. You come to me. Bring your kids,
Right.
drop them off. It'll be just fine. I know I'm safe, and they're going to have fun in here. And I was trying to tell you about the kids, the ones that have it. They're the kids you have to slow down, right? So I was telling this one kid next to me who wanted to get in the game, and she asked me, like, when did you come into a game in football? I would say if I was the backup, I'm staring right at the starter. As soon as he looked at the sideline, I took a step towards the field.
Yeah.
He don't know. He
Yeah.
may start running off. I'm just trying to get on the field.
Yeah.
He can wave me off. He's the starter. But I said to her, you have the right stuff. You want to get in. You want to play. You want to help us win. That's the good stuff. So it just spurred all this stuff in me. I'm like, I think I want to keep doing this. I
Yeah.
love this. I have a passion for this.
It's fun.
It's very
Yeah.
valuable. Yeah, very fulfilling is the word I was looking for
Yeah.
as well. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I coached high school baseball for a season, and it was at my old school, and it was one of the coolest things I'd ever done because, just connectivity to the game. And, people forget about why they like sports, and I think for a lot of people who don't understand, part of the reason why I love sports is because I liked playing them. I wasn't some big-time guy, you know what I'm saying? And
Yes.
I didn't get to college like Travis did, but being with your teammates and the value of the instruction and the learning and the camaraderie was the entire fun part to
Yes.
me. You know, winning and losing was obviously great, but there's some people, like, you can tell almost immediately that they like sports because they like bragging about their city or their town versus somebody who has some level of idea of what it was like to compete. And those
Correct.
are two very different things on a lot of levels, for sure.
I'm in love with it now. I just got bit on the neck. I feel like a vampire. I feel like energized. Like I feel like I want to go play football again.
Yeah.
But I want to like help.
I wonder
and coach.
to what Yates was saying and what you're mentioning is, for me, like I miss competing a little bit. I mean, it was fun and I liked it, but I miss being on a team.
Yes.
I miss being a part. I've said this to all my kids. The thing that you will remember the most are the bus rides, are the road trips, are the times when your coach loses his damn mind, and you all think it's funny,
right?
And he can't wrap his head around the fact that it is funny, and so he gets madder. Like those are the things that you remember. Like the guy, like the 2-2 pitch that you hung that got banged off the wall.
Sure.
That goes away pretty quick, all things considered. It's the Ted Pilmer, my high school catcher, after we swept Hoover High School in Burbank, hanging out the damn bus window with a broom, waving it back and forth, and my coach trying to kill him. Like that was amazing. Like, I don't remember anything about that other than what are you doing?
The moments.
And then as the bus is pulling away, he looks at him and goes, "That was awesome." Like he had to put on a show like he didn't like it. It was terrific. It's stuff like that.
That's funny. We had a very similar situation where we put up a "Help, we're being kidnapped" sign in the back of the bus on the way to a game.
Yeah.
Secret Service officer pulls us over, uniformed Secret Service office because we were near an embassy.
Yeah.
Blows up at us, and our coach goes insane and did the exact same thing we pulled off. He goes, "You got one."
Yeah.
But that was funny as hell, and do not mention it to anybody else.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's
No,
exactly right.
That's the good stuff.
Yes.
That's the stuff that you remember forever and
Big
ever.
time.
I think we were talking about this on Friday. About replaying just the delays that it takes. So I watched the second half of Arizona-Oregon last night.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I have not watched much of the NCAA tournament. Truth be told, I'm not a huge college basketball fan
anymore.
I used to love it.
Yeah.
And it was a good game. Like it was close. It was close enough the whole time. You're like, yeah, this could go either way. And Arizona had a lead, and Oregon would cut it to 4, and then go back up to 10, and go back down to 3. Like it was a game. And the last minute and 49 seconds of that game, of clock time, took 20 minutes to play.
Really?
No
It took 20 minutes to play, mostly because of whistles and then 2 lengthy reviews of who did that ball go off of last. And it was like 6-7 minutes each time.
What was the score?
It was a mega vibe killer.
It was close, and the game went from, hey, this is exciting, to, dude, just make a decision and move on.
Not going to disagree, but I mean, in a close game, you got to get that call
Yeah,
right.
but there's something to say about
it
the
was
experience.
brutal.
I know, but
it was brutal.
But if it goes off them, and it should be, I just left the floor.
Here's the thing, DeMarco.
Yeah.
You can't tell me who that ball went off of, even after 6 minutes of looking at it in slow mo. I'm like, I still don't know.
Go with the call on the floor. Right. That's what you're there for.
It's one thing if we're both reaching for the ball and maybe it hit my finger a millisecond after it hit yours, we're never going to know. But it's that one where I'm reaching for it and I do touch it and it falls out that should take half a second to fix. It was brutal.
You got to take that long to make the decision and just stick with the
But
one
I'm
on the
looking
floor.
at it 2 ways. From an entertainment, a product, it probably sucks.
Oh.
But if I'm on the floor competing to win and stay in the tournament,
but
but
if
get
you
the
watch
call
this
right.
But you're not.
Yeah.
You can't tell me they got it right. You still don't know.
It killed the
okay.
vibe
You
of the game
still
in
don't
the
know.
game. Never mind watching
it didn't
the game.
fix a gross mistake.
Right.
It was I still don't know, but we took 10 minutes to land in I don't know.
It's one of those things, man.
Yeah, it was rough.
All right,
It was
boys.
rough.
Good to see you.
Absolutely.
LeBron is back, and the Lakers played terrible D. That's
Oh, my
next.
God.
It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Mace. Looking for some fun and excitement? You got to check out Chumba Casino. It's 100% free to play. No purchase required. Enjoy hundreds of thrilling social casino games anytime, anywhere, like bingo, slingo, slots, and solitaire. Get in the action. Play now for a chance to redeem some serious prizes at ChumbaCasino.com.
Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply. apply.
Collectors, Front Row Card Show is back at the Pasadena Convention Center on March 29th and 30th. Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey cards, plus Pokemon, Marvel, Star Wars, and comic books. STC, Beckett, CGC, and JSA will be there. So bring your cards, comics, and autographs to sell, trade, or get them graded. Hundreds of vendors, thousands of dollars, and free prizes. Don't miss it. Front Row Card Show, Pasadena Convention Center, Saturday and Sunday, March 29th and 30th, 11 to 5. For more info, go to frontrowcardshow.com. That's frontrowcardshow.com.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Hello, I'm Richard Navarro, General Manager at Fleming Steakhouse and Wine Bar in downtown Los Angeles, where unforgettable dining meets the heart of the city. Whether it's prime steaks, fresh seafood, or a handcrafted cocktail, we're here to make your next experience out exceptional. Call us today at 213-745-9911 to reserve your next table. We're open for lunch and dinner. Fleming's, where great steaks, good times. Call at 213-745-9911.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Yeah, I hope Mario is listening. I'm going to kick your big
Mario's
butt.
your golfer.
My oldest brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dude just won't work out.
I can relate.
No, you cannot relate.
I can.
No.
Until the last year or change, I would have been on Team Mario.
This is why I want to have a facility at my house, so I can just drag his big butt to my house. You're staying with me for 2 weeks.
Mario, you and I go play golf and eat wings.
You're not helping. You're
I
not
bet,
helping.
I bet we'd have a nice time.
Come
I bet
on.
we'd get
Why
along.
don't you have him go to Universal and Walt Disney World back to back and walk a total of 13 miles in 2 days?
Did you get to Swamp Shrek or Shrek Swamp or whatever it's called?
I did go to Shrek Swamp.
Shrek Swamp.
There is basically just the swamp little post or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Shrek Swamp.
I didn't want to. There was a line starting to meet Shrek, and I was like, I don't want to meet my heroes. I can't. Do
Oh, love Shrek. Yeah.
But it was fun. I wore this Shrek shirt or whatever.
I'm on my way.
That's a
coolest
funny
part
movie.
was-
I love that.
I
Yes.
know you guys aren't fans of this or whatever, but the coolest part was the Harry Potter train. You get on this train and they had these screens. It makes it look like you're traveling.
Oh, sweet.
And it has this scene. It's just really cool to just experience that.
I don't know if I'm into Harry Potter or not. I really haven't experienced it.
Yeah.
Outside of
I read the first book.
Yeah.
And I think I read it to the kids. And
I bet I would like it. I was exhausted. Lord of the Rings, everything. I don't need another magic world. I bet I'd love it. Yeah.
Your youngest now, she's around a good age to either she could read it or you
Swear
could read it
we
together.
tried to watch the movie. Nope. Wasn't
interested.
Nope.
I think it has to come from the book first.
It has to come from the book.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
And the audiobooks are really good. So this Stephen Fry reads them, and they're really good audiobooks. So if you're on long car rides, just throwing on, he does all the voices. He's great.
I bet I would love it. Yeah.
I was Saturday afternoon. No one was home. I was prepping my taco stuff, and I was done. And I had a couple hours before Michael and his crew were going to come up and eat the tacos and all that stuff. So I had a little downtime, and turn on the TV, and I go to Max, and I was going to watch the first episode of Game of Thrones, like we talked about.
Oh yeah.
Right. And I literally opened Max, found it in the queue, and looked at it, and the lettering of the stupid show, and I'm like, no, man,
come on,
no. But so I want credit for at least walking up to the door. 100%. I didn't open the door, but this is just
try it. Just next time, click it and try.
I would take any bet ever. You will never watch that show.
He's gonna
watch
watch
it. I don't know why you guys are trying to make him do it.
I did get to the 1 yard line and then punted.
I didn't watch it. I don't care. If just try it once. I bet you'll probably like it and probably not like it for the same reason.
I think that's probably more likely. ESPN LA is proud to partner with Children's Hospital Los Angeles for the 10th annual Make March Matter campaign. We're still auctioning off exclusive 710 experiences thanks to our friends at Delta Airlines, Pacific Palms Resort, and Black Gold Golf Club. Great spot out there. All proceeds will be donated to CHLA. Visit 710-4FOR, 710-4CHLA.com to make a difference today. We got LeBron and Rui back on Saturday night against the Bulls. Lakers got blown out.
At least almost all of them.
Yeah, it was weird.
They got
smoked. Killed.
They got smashed.
They got absolutely killed.
Yep.
The Lakers' defense was bad, so period. But the Bulls couldn't miss, DeMarco.
At all.
They were so hot.
Yes.
Like even the wide open, they made them. Even defended, they made them. Coming off of screens, off balance, they could. Josh Giddey nearly had a quadruple double.
I keep forgetting how, because it's right here. Crypto is right outside this building, and we talk about and see the Lakers on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
I forget how big of a deal it is to play here.
Yeah,
for other teams.
You're right about that.
You are playing the Lakers.
Especially now.
You get every eyeball. Luka, LeBron, same team. This is the one your mom's going to tune in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they couldn't miss. And go back to Friday. We were talking about JJ not being happy.
Yeah.
It
says,
right.
Look,
when you're playing like this, if they're hitting shots, we're going to lose.
You're going to get killed.
Right. This game was the best coaching point he could have ever had. See? I told you.
And I think it was... If there's a silver lining to getting hammered the way that they did, I think it's all right, we got a handful of games left, couple of handfuls of games left before the playoffs start. Playoffs start in less than a month. Let's get our you-know-what together and start to play the way we need to play, because the way we were playing a month ago, that's good enough to beat anybody. The way we've played the last couple of nights, we're going to be out of here.
Yeah.
As fast as we get in, we're going to be gone doing that. So let's get everything together, because that was a pretty ugly defensive performance. The other silver lining for me was LeBron was back and looked really good. Like, just physically, he moved like a guy that was not fresh back from an injury.
Yeah, 17 points. And Luka is Luka. Luka's still doing his Luka thing, and AR is still doing his AR thing. And LeBron, like you said, looked a little rusty. I mean, but he looked healthy.
That's what,
exactly. Yeah. So it's going to take a minute to figure out what you're doing together, but I would bet that comes back sooner than later, and Orlando could be the best possible opponent because they struggle to score.
Yeah.
Now, they're good defensively.
Yeah.
It's right in your wheelhouse. I think Luka is defense proof. Is that a good word? Good way to describe it?
When he's going, it doesn't matter what you do.
Yeah, when he's going.
LeBron's like that too.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And you've got 2 or possibly 3 guys that could, break down anybody's defense. But I think that might have been the best example. And you've done this as a coach, as a parent, when you're arguing with kid or player, and then you go, okay, do it your way.
Yeah.
And then you get smoked.
Yeah.
Then you come back to coach, okay, what do you want us to do? What are our goals? Okay, we'll start to uphold our side. So we'll see what happens tonight. Maybe. I hope this Lakers squad bounces back after getting your
I
butt
hope so
handed
too.
to you.
And I'm optimistic, because I think what we saw, and again, this predates the Luka acquisition. They started to play good defense before they got Luka.
Yeah.
And then when they made the trade for Luka, he came over and they continued to play good defense, really good defense. So it's in there, but I do think that, kind of the ebb and the flow of attention to detail and those sorts of things, they're ebbing at the moment. They're not doing all of those little things, and this is an opportunity to kind of rediscover what they were a month or so ago, because that team looked fantastic. This team looks vulnerable defensively. They're going to get their buckets, and they're, like you just said, LeBron and Luka give you a chance in every game you're going to play.
Yeah.
But you got to find that defense from a month ago, and maybe it doesn't have to be the best defense in the league.
Yeah, I bet they look good against the Magic because they can't score. I really do, and it's perfect. And you need to make up a little more ground, just some. For playoff seeding.
It's weird. They're in the 4 right now. They'd host Memphis in that 4-5.
And the play-in could be a real possibility if it keeps going backwards.
Yeah, I mean, if it keeps going backwards, but
and you're on the road. Yeah.
I think they're comfortably comfortable
They're
might be the wrong word.
3 games from the play-in.
Yeah.
And the Warriors, and who else are breathing down your neck?
It's Warriors and Grizz are right behind them, and then the Timberwolves are only 3 games behind the Lakers, and they are in the 7th spot.
You're one streak going.
How many games do they have left? Let's see. They've got, the Lakers are 43 and 27, so they've played They played 70 games. They got 12 games left. Okay. To make up 3 games in 12 is not easy to do.
Right.
That's not easy.
You got to go on a streak, and you have to go on a streak the other way.
Yes. The Lakers have to go ice cold, and in this case, Minnesota would have to get very hot. So possible, yes.
Giving up 143 is not reeking of heat.
No, that was awful. That one is just a terrible night, a team that couldn't miss, and you played bad defense. But I don't know. Like before, getting that 2 felt like a big deal. And it still would be better to be at home than be on the road. Mm-hmm. But you're going to play a good team no matter where you land.
Right.
You're going to have to beat a good team in every round. I don't know if the seeding makes as much of a difference as I might have thought of a month ago.
You don't want to drop to the play-in, but I'm with you. No matter where you get in, you get in. But just don't drop to the play-in. But you need to find your game, your A game, and start playing it now to ramp up into the playoffs, not go the other way. I would hate to go into the playoffs trying to figure it out, trying to figure out how LeBron fits in or everything like that.
Take me through this, DeMarco. Like when stuff is working, okay? Like teams playing well. Guys are doing their jobs. Guys are listening to the game plan. They're executing the game plan. They're fully engaged in what is being presented to you. We go out there and it works, okay? J.J. Redick puts this defense together. You go out there and it works. I was like, holy smoke, we went from a mediocre defensive team to one of the best defensive teams in the league. All of a sudden, you start to backslide into other things, and it's not working. It's not like you're getting away with it. That's not what they've looked bad defensively. They've lost some games. How do you get back to that original point of let's go back to doing the things that we do? How do you fall out of it, and how do you get back into it?
I'm assuming a lot of it is effort. Usually defense it's effort and want to, and it's not very fun. It's painful. So it's those tough, small, unreasonable commitments towards good defense and winning that you may be slacking somewhere. You're not going to film study, or you're just not. When you're practicing, you're just not going all out. And that could be because guys are hurt right now, and you've gone through this meat grinder of a schedule. It's kind of weird. I still think it's there. And like you said, if Chicago had shot poorly, that could have been a Laker victory. And winning is great deodorant. You still had the same defensive liabilities and the same issues. They just couldn't hit their shots. But I think it goes back to what JJ has been saying. Every time they miss, or we miss, they hit a layup. That means we're not working. We're not running. And I think it showed up versus Chicago. So to me, it just seems like it's an all-out effort thing.
I'm glad what you said, because I don't want to say I've forgotten, but it had temporarily slipped my mind. The schedule that they've been on for the last 2-3 weeks, it's
stupid.
It's a monster.
Yeah.
And to get through it around 500 in a weird way is actually not so bad.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where they are. They're a little bit under right now, but it's the schedule. LeBron has missed a decent chunk of time. Rui missed a lot of time. And, Rui's not the difference between them winning the title or not, but he's the difference between them being a tougher out than being an easier out.
Yeah.
Right? And schedule, Rui, LeBron, Luka sat out a couple of these games along the way. Like, this is just kind of a meat grinder. So the result itself maybe isn't as impressive as what it looks like. But to your point about Chicago, they look terrible defensively against Chicago.
They just let them have it, and they couldn't miss. So you kept daring them to shoot, and they kept hitting it. And then you lose by, what was it, 30?
Something like that.
Yeah,
I
ridiculous.
think
31 points.
Yeah.
Okay, so I did see Michael at the party, and one of the things I told him, it was a funny joke. He sent me a joke. Does he do that to you?
Yes.
Funny. The grandma with the guns?
Yes.
Okay.
Not a blanking thing.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
I told him that was a funny joke.
Yeah.
Then we talked about this schedule, because I asked him, I want to know from the old heads, is it really that hard? He seems to think that this is what they used to do.
It is.
This is their old schedule.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like, these guys could really like, we're giving them too much of a pass for it being a meat grinder of a schedule.
I think this is a classic example of two things can be true at the same time.
Okay.
What may have been normal back in the 70s and 80s that is not normal in the 2020s.
I'm just talking physically.
No, I hear you.
My question was playing that much basketball in that short a time. He says we had to do that.
I understand.
Flying commercial.
I understand.
Yeah.
But what was normal for them and they were prepared for and had experienced before year after year after year, and this is just what the league is. These guys in the NBA right now, this is not what they do. They've been trained differently. Their experience is different. So if I don't care what it is, if all of a sudden I give you something very different than you've done before and say, well, that's how they did it 40 years ago. Well, okay, but I've never done it. Give me a chance to find my sea legs.
The game is different now?
Everything's different.
It's all wide open.
Everything's different.
I mean, back then. So, I mean, it always comes down to, I think we were tougher back in the day. And it seems like
everybody thinks so.
Everybody
we walked
does.
2 miles to school
Everybody
both
thinks
ways
so.
uphill.
Everybody thinks that this version is the last thing before the end of the world.
Bro,
That's
is hard.
just the way it's always happened.
It must be hard mentally to keep yourself in this through this meat grinder. Plus, you're injured at the same time, because some teams excelled through this meat grinder. They were like the Warriors had a resurgence through this.
They did.
The difference is they're healthy.
They're healthy, and their schedule, while difficult, is not the Lakers are
Not
even
like
worse
this.
because of the fires.
No doubt.
They had to throw in a couple extra games there as well to make up. Freddie Freeman back last night. That is great news. That's coming up. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand.
At Children's Hospital Los Angeles, we're a nationally recognized leader in pediatric care, honored by U.S. News and World Report as one of the best in the country. Here, we achieve amazing breakthroughs that change lives. From groundbreaking cancer therapies that offer new hope to young patients, to advanced heart procedures that save lives, we partner with families to conquer challenges and achieve extraordinary outcomes. Choose the best care for your child at chla.org.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least two players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. Run your game all season long on Prize Picks, and springtime is here, and that means baseball season is underway, so don't miss your chance to add your favorite players from the diamond in your Prize Picks lineup. Strikeouts, RBIs, first inning runs, take your pick, more or less, for your shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash today. And on Prize Picks, you can mix and match player projections from different sports. Combine your favorite baseball players with guys from basketball, hockey, esports, and a whole lot more. Download the app today and use the code 710 to get $50 instantly after you play that first $5 lineup. That's code 710 for first-time users. Prize Picks. Run your game.
Lakers fans, we're so close to crowning the Lakers GOAT. Join us on March 24th between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. at Ralph's PCH in Long Beach, 6290 East Pacific Coast Highway, to celebrate the search of the greatest fan of all time. Enjoy special appearances from Lakers legends like Byron Scott and AC Green. Grab some delicious bites from the BB Go food truck and enter for a chance to win Lakers tickets. Plus, cast your vote on site with us at LakersGoFoat.com and receive an exclusive Lakers GoFoat t-shirt. Don't miss out.
Collectors, Frobro Card Show is back at the Pasadena Convention Center on March 29th and 30th. Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey cards, plus Pokemon, Marvel, Star Wars, and comic books. STC, Beckett, CGC, and JSA will be there. So bring your cards, comics, and autographs to sell, trade, or get them graded. Hundreds of vendors, thousands of dollars, and free prizes. Don't miss it. Frobro Card Show, Pasadena Convention Center, Saturday and Sunday, March 29th and 30th, 11 to 5. For more info, go to FrobroCardShow.com. That's FrobroCardShow.com.
Who's cutting down the nets this year? Get in on all the tournament action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Go from tracking the latest upsets to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code USL to get started today. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
For a limited time at Verizon, you can get our best price ever. That's 4 lines on unlimited welcome for just $25 a line per month with autopay plus taxes and fees. You'll also get the new iPhone 16 Pro, 4 of them for the entire family when you trade in up to 4 phones from our top brands. That's a new phone for everyone, only on the network you can count on. Verizon. Visit a store today. 20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply for phone offer. See Verizon.com for details.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Men without hats.
That's right. The safety dance,
Yes.
DeMarco. This is a weird song.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
I like this song.
That's fine.
I love this song. Reminds me of the 8th grade, 7th grade.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Maybe think of safety base.
Safety base?
She
What's safety
She
base?
brought up something today that just I kind of blocked it out of my head, but I hate it so much.
Safety base?
Have you turned on a college baseball game by chance in the last month or so?
No. Can't say that I have.
So they're basically turning it into a men's rec league softball situation.
do
They've
you
got
mean?
2 first bases.
Oh, the double bag?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really?
Yeah.
I thought that's a safety issue. Why would you need that in college?
Exactly.
You're one step from the pros.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's
Oh, God.
so stupid.
Have they had a lot of collisions?
Then move.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, look, I get why there's 2 first base when you play rec league softball at 48 years old, because you got 2 guys that are out of shape that are running for the same thing, and you're going to have people are going to get hurt, and we're out here on Saturday afternoon to get a little exercise and have fun.
And the balls won't be accurate, too.
Right. This is, to your point, pretty high level baseball.
Should be.
That is a step or 2 away. Well, 1 step away from professional baseball, maybe not Major League Baseball, but professional baseball. If you can't manage to hit first base wherever the first baseman is not standing, or the first baseman can't stand where he needs to stand to give you enough of the base, it's idiocy.
Yeah. Well, did they have a rash of problems? I don't know. I don't follow college baseball.
I follow it a little bit. I don't follow it super closely, where I could tell you that they had X percent. But my point is, we've been playing like this forever and ever and ever. I have watched thousands of baseball games, and I've seen weird plays at first base maybe 5 or 6 times.
You know, let's find out why. Yeah, maybe there's a reason. How many times do you see a guy get spiked there at first?
Not very often.
Not very often.
Not,
Okay.
I mean, unless Manny Machado's involved, and then it happens a lot.
Then it happens. Okay.
Because
Freddie
he's a dirty
tripped,
player.
basically, and enrolled his ankle. But that, even if the safety base was there, it would still happen.
That's just hitting the bag. That's not by hitting
So,
that bag.
Here's what happened and why I brought it up, because I saw a story where West Virginia, I believe, and Arizona were playing college baseball against each
They're
other.
both in the Big 12, as stupid as that is.
So stupid.
Yeah.
So they were in extra innings, and the runner on first was off the bag a little bit, trying to, steal second.
Take his lead.
Take his lead. And the pitcher throws to first, and the runner gets safe. It's fine at first. But then he goes to the safety bag to stand on in between pitches, and the first baseman just tags him because he's off
out.
the white base.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the game. Happened because of that.
And I'm not.
That's a boo-boo.
I'm not somebody that's like never change a thing.
Okay.
I like the pitch clock. I like the 3 pickoff rule. I like the bigger bases. I like a lot of the changes that they've made to baseball. But this is
lowers
this
the
is one too
chances
many.
of scary and threatening collisions.
Then how about this?
That have injured players over the years. So it's just like running through first base, so you don't have to step on it with the other guy.
Yeah, but
that's okay.
No, it's unnecessary. This is like saying that if we're trying to eliminate, let's just not have first base. Let's just say, okay, you'd be on first base, and everybody's very carefully.
I mean, it's like player safety. You can't drill the center, or not the center, the catcher anymore, coming around third.
But guys were losing their careers over that. That's not happening here. This is trying to change a problem that wasn't a problem.
That's why I asked, lower the chances of scary and threatening collisions. I don't remember
you could
talking
lower it
about
even more if you just never ran to first base.
The safest way to
not that way, Travis. But I don't know. I mean, maybe there was a rash of them, and we don't know.
Yeah, why don't we play flag football then
Yeah.
instead of playing tackle?
No, come on, you're going too far.
No, this is going too far. That's the point.
It's just the next. You're still running the first, and the guy's moving at 1,000 miles an hour.
You're running to the other orange safety first
And it's
base
right-
like 6th graders.
There, okay.
It's,
I mean,
the flag football comparison I think is apt. It's just I get it. We want to be as safe as possible, but at some point we're not even playing the same sport anymore. And this is just
it's a safety mechanism. Has anything changed about sliding into second base?
Yeah.
What's changed there?
Well, you got to go straight in. You can't go out. You got to go straight
drill
into
the
the
guy.
bag. You can't. Yeah, you used to be able to just blow a guy up.
Same thing.
No, it's not.
Kinda.
There were.
You're eliminating.
There are no injuries there. There's maybe one a year across
At
the
first
entire
base?
thing.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know that. That's what I don't know.
Changing it at second and third base, but collisions, home plate for sure. Guys were getting destroyed there. That's not happening
in
there.
the era of player safety. This is what this is. If I can eliminate
gross.
any instance of collision, I will.
Gross.
And you're moving to what? 18 inches? It's right there. I didn't know this was a big deal.
It's a different bag.
It's
right. I just
stupid. It's unnecessary.
Coaching softball, we teach run through the bag, less collisions.
Softball's fine. But if all of a sudden we're doing this in the major leagues, it's like this is
coming
this is-
soon.
By the way,
Right.
I can teach that guy who got tagged out how to actually properly
Hit
do
the bag.
So what is the rule? Like if you touch the orange bag, you're safe.
So-
but then you got to go to the white bag
Yes.
when the ball's in play.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So forget about the orange bag once you touch it once.
Here's my other thing.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, there's a ball up the first base line.
Right.
Before, if it hits the bag, it's a fair ball. Not anymore. Because what
if it hits the bag, it's a foul?
Well, it depends. Did it hit on the white bag or the orange
come
bag?
on.
Did it hit right on the line or did it not? You know what I mean? Like
and
before,
and you don't want replay.
before it was super. No, DeMarco, you're not following.
No, I got you.
If it hit the bag, fair ball. No matter how much of the bag it hit. Now, well, did it get the orange bag or the white bag? Did it get this line or that line? It's
I'm
so
just
silly.
remembering this was 2 years ago. I think we had one where it was a dribbler and it hit the orange bag and it was considered foul.
Well, what if it hit right on the seam?
If it hit any part, this was the umpire that was the old guy, and he was doing it by himself the entire game. So if it hits any part of the white, fair. He told us. If it hits just the orange, foul. Any part of the white, I'm going to call it fair. That's what he said.
Just putting
Of course, but that's the point. The white bag has always been fair.
Right.
That's the rule. The
And the
fact that
orange
there
is
is
out.
an orange bag where you have to say, well, what if the ball hits right half orange, half white?
If it hits
Fair or
any
foul?
part of the white, it's fair.
Well, what if there was a safety line at an NFL game on the other side of the white line? There's an orange
Look, they've
safety line
changed
there.
everything about football. Like
I
you
know.
can't hit quarterbacks, receivers. There's a lot of things you can't do. Still football.
Here's the good
Yeah.
news about first base. Freddie Freeman played first base. This is good news. Freddie Freeman was in the lineup after not being in the lineup in Japan, and he had the rib thing.
Rib cartilage.
Rib
Saw
discomfort.
Dr. Clapper at Mace's party.
Dr.
Hello,
Clapper
Dr.
was
Clapper.
there.
Yes.
That's he was 0 for 2 last night. Whatever, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But just seeing him back in the lineup last night, I think is really good news because especially with Mookie, I think at this point saying likely missing some time.
Yeah.
Having him back in the lineup is incredibly
Absolutely, yeah, and it's a good sign when he's back because, like you said, he's a horse. He's an Iron Man. He's a guy that doesn't miss time. So it's not that serious of a deal, I guess. Or we'll find out soon.
If they
he's
played
out,
him in
if
an
he's out
exhibition
again,
game,
yeah,
I think that's really
or
good
if that
news.
hurt him going forward and he's down on Thursday, that would be bad.
Yep, two ABs. I think he grounded in a double play, had another ground out, whatever, and we'll see if he plays again tonight. I would imagine that he probably will. Freddie's an interesting one because obviously he's going to go to the Hall of Fame. Let me ask you this, and this is just random. I'm going to put you on the spot here a little bit.
Go ahead.
Do you know how many sacks you had in your career?
Yes.
How many?
36 and a half.
36 and a half. Okay, good. I'm glad you knew
Now
the answer.
ask me
to
how
that.
many I missed, but go ahead. Yeah.
So, but you know, right?
Yes.
Freddie Freeman's lifetime batting average is 300 on the number.
Yeah, I know.
It's .2999, rounded up to 300.
Yeah.
Okay, so he is a lifetime 300 hitter. He did not hit 300 last year. I think he was 280 something. Okay, he's had so many at bats over his career that number's not going to move a ton. And usually it only goes down at this point in your career just because it's much harder to get it to go up. I would imagine in the back of his mind that's something that he would like to, at the end of his career, to be a lifetime 300 hitter, and he's right on the number.
Yeah, well, you got to have another fantastic year
Yeah.
or a 300 year.
Yeah,
to
and
keep
it's
your
harder
average.
and harder to do.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's why batting 300 career is so special because it's very hard to do.
He might be, like, he and Altuve are really the only active guys. Luis Ariz, too, but he doesn't have nearly as many at-bats as those other guys. Like, this may be the end of this. We may never see this again.
I was going to ask you, where do you rank it? Like, batting 300 for a career?
Oh, my gosh. It used to be incredibly prestigious,
Yeah.
and now, guys, it's just out the window. Like, it
How
doesn't
many
even
guys
exist anymore.
Have done that? Do you know?
In their lifetime?
In their lifetime.
I
I know
bet it's-
Crucky's one, and
There's probably
Tony Gwynn, right?
I'm guessing here, DeMarco. I
Yeah.
bet there's maybe 100, 150 guys in the history of baseball that have had a lifetime 300 average, but there's only 2 actives, maybe, and Rise if you want to throw him in there. But it's a weird story within the story of whether or not he can keep his
218
players in the history of baseball. Yeah,
that's not a lot. That's a crazy low amount.
The first thing that came up, our career 300 hitter is a dying breed. I think fewer and fewer hitters are able to maintain a 300 batting average. You know what? I mean,
I hope he keeps it.
As much as we love to say he will, he probably won't. It's baseball, man. That's hard.
I know.
Yeah, and it doesn't take away from him at all.
No, it doesn't.
It just tells you how hard it is.
If he can't do it,
right.
Or if then the odds of anybody else, because there's just not a lot of guys that hit like him anymore.
Yeah.
That put bat to ball the way he does. He also hits home runs and a bunch of doubles and all that stuff. But if Freddie Freeman is going to slide below that line, and he was the last of it, and Altuve.
There's one more guy. One more guy and you've talked about him.
Who's that?
Mike Trout.
He'll never not gonna. He's close. He's at 299 as well.
Is he 299? Okay.
Yeah, but his
when does this come out?
His average has raced below the number. The last couple of seasons.
Okay, this is dated March 24th. Oh, this is last year.
Yeah,
he was at 301 last year.
Yeah, he's at 299 for his career.
Well,
but his is like 299.2, so it rounds down to 299.
That might be Freeman.
Yeah,
that might be where Freddie's
I hope
at.
He gets there.
And you'd round up if you had him on the air. We'd say career 300 hitter.
It's not up to us.
We would say that.
It's not
I would
up to
round
us.
up. If you're 299, come on, you're 300.
That's you got to get one more hit or 2 more hits or whatever the number is. That's why it makes it so hard. It's great. I hope he gets it. I'm gonna keep my eye on that this season. Factor Caps coming up next. Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Is it time to downsize? Selling your home doesn't have to be a hassle. With Seller's Advantage, skip agents, commissions, and costly repairs. Get a fair, competitive cash offer without worrying about the details falling through. Chris Chavez, a real customer, says, quote, Seller's Advantage offered me more than I expected. The process was fast, easy, and much better than using a realtor. End quote. Call 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com for your free cash offer.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Collectors, Front Row Card Show is back at the Pasadena Convention Center on March 29th and 30th. Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey cards, plus Pokemon, Marvel, Star Wars, and comic books. STC, Beckett, CGC, and JSA will be there. So bring your cards, comics, and autographs to sell, trade, or get them graded. Hundreds of vendors, thousands of dollars, and free prizes. Don't miss it. Front Row Card Show, Pasadena Convention Center, Saturday and Sunday, March 29th and 30th, 11 to 5. For more info, go to frontrowcardshow.com. That's frontrowcardshow.com.
Hey, basketball fans. John Ireland here. You've seen Austin Reeves rise to the occasion, and now he's bringing that same drive to his latest signature shoe, the AR2s from Rigorer. Built for speed, support, and all-day comfort, these kicks are made for players who never back down. Austin was involved in every step, making sure the AR2s match his game. Tough, versatile, and ready for anything. Go to Rigorer.com, RIGORER, and get your pair today. Rigorer.com.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Mom, I need to lay low for a few days.
Lay low? What's going on?
I only paid for this Hyundai Tucson.
Christopher Allen Lynch.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. Get the car or SUV you want at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 2.99% APR for up to 72 months on the Hyundai Santa Fe, Tucson, or Elantra. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end March 31st. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland is next after Travis and DeMarco.
Success is given, not earned.
Couldn't disagree more.
Yeah.
You know who are good examples of this? Me and you.
Yeah, and both of us busted our asses to get where we are.
I'm not necessarily the best looking or the most talented person doing this. I just have a sick work ethic.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but I think
kids work hard.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason in Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
Evan Cohen here. Picking a place to build a life is a lot like selecting a draft pick. Make a decision that will set you up for long-term success. Pick Wisconsin. In Wisconsin, you'll find dynamic career opportunities, beautiful seasons, affordable living, and legendary weekends. From its high quality of life and great schools to its fine arts, culinary, and pro sports scenes, Wisconsin gives you so much to look forward to. That's why you should pick Wisconsin. Learn more about making Wisconsin your home. Visit pickwisconsin.com.
Welcome to TGL presented by SoFi, golf's newest league. It's sharp and it's electric. How is it sharp? How is it electric? Good questions. Try this on for size. 2 hours of hammer dropping, overtime, forcing, playoffs on the line, golf. With 24 of the best players from the PGA Tour, split into 6 teams. Atlanta, Boston, Jupiter, LA, New York, and the Bay. This isn't your average Sunday pickup game. Tune in every week for TGL matches, only on ESPN. Keep up. It's golf.
Here we go. It is Factor Cap time. Factor Cap. On the Travis and DeMarco Show. Each weekday around 10:30, producer Emily serves up what's going down, and fun and frivolity ensues. Special thanks to the law offices of Joseph S. Normand for making Factor Cap possible.
It's Joseph S. Normand. It's Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. And if you've been hurt in an accident, let me help you. Call my office at 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let's do it. Factor Cap. Right now.
Take it away, producer Emily.
Factor Cap.
Thanks, Joe. Hi, guys.
What's up?
My dad wanted to get to the bottom of one thing, and he's convinced someone brought it up recently. Did one of you guys bring up Woodford Reserve recently? Like in the last 2 weeks?
Yeah,
Okay.
it came up. It's a bourbon.
Bourbon.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, because I thought it was like, because I remember Slee talked about it a lot, because that was his favorite, and so I was like, I think it was Slee. But then Chad was like, Dad, like, no, he brought it up recently. I'm like, okay, because to honor Maggie's Kentucky, we got her a Woodford Reserve.
Yeah, it's good
that was
bourbon.
drank mostly by me, her fiance, and my dad.
Heck yeah.
But either way, it was fun to celebrate. So while I was at Walt Disney World, we rode this ride, the Pandora's Flight. It's like in the Avatar Pandora world. And it's long line, very long line. Longest line we were in, it was 2 hours. So
Oof.
exactly. And
That's a no.
They even, it's so long, they have a bathroom in the line. That you can go to the bathroom in the line.
Okay.
Exactly.
Thinking it through, I guess.
What happens is you kind of get to the line where like you can see the bathroom. And sometimes people will go and then they'll just get back into the line once you come out of the bathroom. You'll lose your spot.
Oh, I see.
But you have the bathroom that you don't have to leave the entire line for. Regardless. There's a woman that was solo by herself behind my family group of 9 people. And she was there the whole time. And then when we got to the bathroom roundabout, she's like, actually, would you guys mind? I'm like meeting people up there. And so she passed by us, and this is probably about like 20 minutes left in this line. And she cuts in front of us, and she didn't join anybody else. She just cut way in front of us and cut a bunch of the people, didn't join anybody else, just a solo rider by herself. And I was like, I kind of respect it. Like, no one's going to stop you because people do that all the time. So you would let someone pass you in line at Disney. Travis Fetter Cap.
Fact. I don't really care. You know, I get your point. Like the idea that I've been waiting and we're all, as a society, we're agreeing that we're going to wait in this line. We're going to go in the order that I get
and
it. I get
as time goes on, you get more ornery about it.
You're 100% right, but whatever. Now, I wouldn't let a train of people run through there.
Right.
But if one person is like, oh, I'm going to go meet my sister, and all of a sudden, they're just standing there by themselves, whatever.
DeMarco?
I wouldn't go Walter Sobchak, but I might. And I usually envy the person that does it.
Yeah.
Like, dang, I wish I had the stones to do that. Because I know you're just cutting me.
Yeah.
But I really don't care. I'm chilling.
2 hours?
The only thing that bothers me is when you get to a certain point and there's a separation and they start bringing in 8 people.
No, that's not cool.
So we've been in this line together.
I'm
You're in
with you
front
on
of me
that.
for an hour, and then we get up to the front and you start letting your entire family in. No.
Yeah, that's bad
That's when I go. That's when I have a problem. But I don't care. No.
Jorge?
I'm with Travis. That's not going to change my wait time. It's one person, two people. It's cool. What Brenda and I do, if it's a family of 4, then we're just like, sorry, man. You got to wait back there just like everybody else.
Yeah.
So, depends.
I always feel like I'm going to let the one person on the ride, and that person goes, and the ride shuts down. You're like, that's how I always feel. That's
Travis, if it's me, I'm like, and I'm trying to get to my family, if I had to go to the bathroom and you're in line and I have to catch up, I'm dying for you to say something to me so I can snap. Yeah, I really am. Please.
Well, I think that's one of those. I'm sorry, I had to. People are like, yeah, no, but very few people are going to get ornery
with a
about
smile,
that.
but I hope someone has an issue if I'm trying to get to my family.
Almost every time you see someone walking with like 2 kids, and clearly they had to go to the
Yeah.
Did you wait the full 2 hours?
Yes.
Was it worth it?
No.
It's rarely worth it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right.
I think my
short.
max wait time is like an hour if we're one of those rides.
Yeah, that's
I think,
double. I'm with you tomorrow.
Less
I'm a half an hour tops.
if you're going to go to this place one time and ride the ride,
I get it.
I know, but like if it's over an hour, no matter how fun the ride is, it's not going to be. Yeah. It's not going to erase what I just did.
It's not an hour's worth of taking a step forward every 4 minutes.
Right.
Like, ugh.
This both is a White Lotus thing and a just spent a lot of time with my family thing, and I'm not going to specify who it is about. So wonder amongst yourself, family, and I know you're listening. You have one person in your family that likes to stir the pot, that likes to stir the pot and let it simmer and boil over as they leave the room.
Yes.
DeMarco, fact or cap?
Yes, fact. Oh, my whole family. Oh, my God. A bunch of pot disturbers everywhere. Everything, every day, somebody's stirring the pot. Did I tell you about my auntie who caused like a near riot in church because somebody stole her plate?
Tell me, please.
She had made go to the family barbecue.
Plate?
No, go to the family barbecue.
Oh, okay, yeah.
She sets aside a plate.
Okay.
And then she eats her plate there.
Okay.
So this is for home, this is there.
Got it.
Somebody took her to-go plate, and she went bonkers. Called everybody in the family, everybody, even the ones that are out of state, looking for her plate of barbecue. Yes,
That's
absolutely.
Wonderful.
I have pot disturbers.
I kind of relate with your aunt.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't take my to-go plate. I made that specifically for me.
You could get more, auntie. It's right there. Nope, I made that plate.
No, Cap. My family, both my immediate family gets along pretty good. We don't have a ton of that going on. But like my extended family, like my mom has a lot of brothers and sisters. My dad has a lot of brothers and sisters. And they all kind of seethe silently. Like they don't really, there's a lot of repressed frustration that comes out after everybody is dispersed.
Does it ever explode?
No.
Yeah.
No. Not really.
Bury it down.
You just push it down. Keep pushing it down. Yeah, no, not a lot of that.
Jorge.
No, same here. I stay in my lane. My brother stays in his. My parents, we get together for the holidays, or here and there for barbecues or whatever, kind of salads, whatever. But we're hanging out. We stay in our lane, and that's about it.
Yeah.
No, my family likes to do like a little.
Of course.
Oh, really?
And then
boom.
leave the room.
Yeah.
Then leave the room. So,
is that ever you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, I have a feeling I know at least one person in the Hebel family that rolls like that.
There are 3 culprits, and one of them is me. 2 others I'm not going to name because then that is a match starter in itself. Okay, so additionally, with family and with White Lotus yesterday, I'm not going to spoil it, but there are 2 characters that oftentimes the reaction to what someone is saying is more funny than what the person is saying. So, like, someone will just say, oh my gosh, this terrible thing happened, or I did something really crazy, and their reaction's like, okay. So it got me thinking, you have the ability to listen and not judge. Just take what you're coming into you and not judge the person for saying what they said. They will have to unload something onto you. So you have the ability to listen and not judge. Jorge, fact or cap?
Oh, man. I'm going to go fact. It just depends who that person is. If it's at a family thing, for instance, and certain people that I might not see eye to eye, they say something, I'm just not going to bring it. I'm not going to say something where she's going to, or that person's going to.
He tipped his hand a little bit right there. He tipped his hand.
Let's say a friend wants to unburden himself about something that he did that he's not proud of. You have the ability to listen and not judge him for that.
I'll listen to him,
Yeah. Travis?
The fact of the matter is it's cap, but I want it to be fact. And it depends on who it is. Like, unfortunately, I am quick to judge, right? Like, if the first time I'm meeting somebody, if they're telling me some stuff, I'm gonna put together something in my mind to make me decide what your deal is quickly. with the benefit of some time, maybe I can reevaluate. But if it's somebody I've known for a long time, I can listen judgment-free.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's somebody that I know, trust, like, and understand, and because the situation that she just pointed out, if one of my buddies came to me and said, hey, man, this happened, I would listen judgment-free. I would listen to what it is and try to get through it. Because I know that person. It's a good person. It's good people do dumb stuff occasionally.
Yeah.
That's fine. I would do that. But if you just, first time I met you, let me tell you about this time I did X, Y, Z. I'm like, dude, what are you, a crazy person?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I think I suck at it. I do. If you got vomit mouth and you're just running off at the mouth about something, you just need a sounding board.
Yeah.
May not be your guy. Seriously.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
and
get
people
that.
that know me may not be your guy for that. But if you're looking for ways to, like, what should I do,
Yeah.
or I need like an answer to
Guidance.
this. Yeah, not even guidance. Just what do you think?
Oh, okay.
What do you think I should do here? Well, let me hear it. I did this. This is happening. I think you should do this.
Yeah.
Now it's up to you, but don't get mad at me if you bring it to me and then I kind of like judge it. That's why you brought it here, right?
There's also this TikTok trend that is everyone says in unison, we listen and we don't judge. And
I
then
keep hearing
someone
that.
will say, hey, I stole your shirt in the 8th grade and I haven't given it back. And then everyone says, we listen and we don't judge. But clearly the person next to them is seething. Like,
Yeah.
I can't believe you took my T-shirt. That's like a similar
Yeah.
example.
You need to be praying, not talking to me.
Yeah, I can be a little judgy. I'm not going to lie. It's kind of fun.
Well, that's why I would bring it to you.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. Fact Caps brought to you by the law office of Joseph S. Normand. 213-747-2000. You got a lot of choices in your legal team, but with Joe, family always comes first. You can go online at normandlegal.com. That number one more time, 213-747-2000. We lost George Foreman over the weekend, and my
76,
algorithm
yeah.
was filled with some of the most unbelievable fights and knockouts I've ever seen. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The most followed sports radio station in the world.
In the world. That's right. In the world.
710 ESPN.
You know it. Yeah, tell your friends.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
We're naturally entertaining.
Yes.
LA's mega sports station. 710 ESPN.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Winning matters, especially after an accident. At calljacob.com, we're here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB.
Bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, crowd rocking. Vertolo Chevrolet's top hitter, Mike Capozio. He's facing off with the Bulldog, and these two have quite the history. Here's the pitch. Oh, he got all of it. That ball is out of here like a red Corvette, and it's going and going and going. Yes!
Dad, are you having that dream again?
Come see what the fun is all about at Rotolo Chevrolet.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Right now, get our Value Bowl combo for only $8.99. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
It was a doubleheader in August, and really hot inside the concession stand. So instead of waiting for people to come to me, I figured I'd walk around yelling, "Hot dogs here!" And that's how I became the first hot dog vendor in sports.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
I need new rotors.
When you buy 2 Duralast rotors during our spring sale, you get Duralast brake pads free.
Free?
With the rotors.
Well, that's great. What if I need extra stopping power?
You can upgrade to Duralast Gold pads for just $10.
So Duralast pads are free?
Yep.
And an upgrade is just $10?
That's right. Part of the spring sale at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Join us today between 2 and 5 p.m. at Ralph's PCH in Long Beach. Here's your address for that. 6290 East Pacific Coast Highway. Lakers legends Byron Scott and AC Green and the BB Go food truck will all be there. And we're giving away Lakers tickets. Plus, you can cast your vote on site with us at LakersGafote.com and receive an exclusive Lakers Gafote t-shirt. Do not miss out.
You keep forgetting. I'm going to be there.
But
there you go.
And DeMarco Farr.
I can't wait to meet AC Green. I am so excited to meet him. I've never met AC. A lot of questions for AC. And Byron Scott, too. Mostly what I asked Michael about this stretch, and was it really that tough? But they were kind of in the modern era.
Byron got probably towards the end of that era. I bet most of Byron's career was more like the schedule
More like
now.
Michael Thompson's?
No, Michael's a little bit older than Byron, I believe.
Okay. And then
Yeah.
AC was with Shaq.
Yeah, AC was in the league for such a long time.
Forever. Yeah, okay. All right.
You can get it all sorted out.
I will fanboy over AC Green. I love him.
So
I love him as a player.
We lost George Foreman over the
Yeah,
weekend, and there was a lot of Foreman grills and jokes and all that stuff. But it's funny, George Foreman, when he was George Foreman the first time, was a little bit before our time.
Yes.
Like we didn't get to, we knew him, we knew who he was, but we didn't really get to see him fight when he was fighting Ali and all those things. Like we were just too young.
Yeah.
We got the second edition of Foreman when he came back and was heavier and ultimately ended up beating Michael Moore, becoming the heavyweight champ of the world all over again in his 40s. And it was just like, this is crazy, like what you're actually seeing. But over the weekend, you started seeing all of these compilation videos of him and his knockouts. And I don't know. I mean, Tyson's up there too, but like he hit people so hard, that uppercut in particular, that just making guys go down like they died.
That's where I got this. I'm still going to rely on these old soup bones. He was the guy that said that. They were talking about Ali and Ali dances, and George, how come you don't dance? Well, I'm just going to rely on these old soup bones.
Yeah.
Joe Frazier said he could literally knock a fire hydrant out of the ground with his uppercut. He took knocked him down 7 times. Tremendous fighter. I remember, because I love boxing. This was when Tyson was just coming up, so it was the history of boxing. Going back and watching him fight and seeing how afraid people were to fight him and how hard he hit you. And they said the younger version was worse than the older version. The older version was a destroyer.
Yes, he was.
Absolutely, that guys didn't want to fight at the age of 40.
And he would just kind of stand there. Like he wasn't, you didn't have to go looking for him. He wasn't slipping a lot of punches.
No, he had the big X.
He would cover up his head and then just wait for his spot. And he still had really quick hands, and he still had that absolute devastating uppercut.
Look at the fight when he fought Jerry Cooney.
Oh my gosh!
DeMarco,
when
he hit him with the uppercut and didn't break stride.
Yes, yes.
Right.
It was like, wait, first of all, how's Cooney not dead?
Right.
and second of all, how it just so many
he
of
walked
those.
across the ring, uppercut, and kept going to the other corner. Yeah, it was just incredible.
And Foreman 1.0, right? Not the older, heavier second version when he went. Was terrifying. He was like kind of sullen and mean and scary and all this. And then George Foreman 2.0 had the grill. He's smiling. He's funny. He's showing up on late night talk shows. That those two images, personalities were wildly different.
He went through it back in the day. He went through it because of the Olympics. Do you remember that part when he was waving the
little
flag?
Oh
my God! Just everything he's gone through to become a celebrity endorser and just a guy that everybody absolutely loved. Completely different from the first version of George Foreman.
Yeah.
Going to miss him. 76 is way too soon. Way too soon.
It is.
But I remember when he started the comeback, when he was 40 plus years old.
And we all laughed.
This is crazy.
Laughed. Yeah, it was a joke.
I saw him fight in the Oakland Coliseum, and the guy they actually brought in to fight George was like Mookie Betts' size.
That's not a good idea.
Right. Saw him before the fight. He pulled in a Rolls Royce. And I'm like, dang, they just like delivered you to a slaughter. Right.
Yeah.
Right. It was just, oh my God, it was so bad. Yeah. But it was funny.
It was when he came back that second time, and it was like, wait, George Foreman is fighting again? And you saw him, and he was overweight, and you're thinking, okay, this is a joke. And then you watch the first couple of guys he fought. It's like that guy couldn't beat up anybody. Like those guys are, tomato cans, right? The proverbial. They're just in there to get paid and fall down and take a punch or two and get out of there. And he kept winning. And he kept winning. And everybody kept going, yeah, whatever. Let's see what happens when he gets in there against a real fighter. And he fought Michael Moore, and he beat him.
Ding! Right on the chin.
Yeah. And it was like, okay, maybe it's not like the greatest heavyweight champion of all time at that point, but he still can fight. Like, he beat the champ.
It was Lampley. It happens.
Yes.
So it was the oldest champion of all time, and Michael Moore was the first lefty champion.
Yeah.
So it was like history all in one night, and he did it. And he went through some absolute wars with Holyfield, too. Crazy.
And hung in there.
Hung in there with him. Yeah, I know. He's truly amazing. Going to be missed. Like I said, 76, 2 years. How many kids?
They're all named George. I don't know how many there are, but I know there were a lot of them, and they were all named George.
Talk about streamlining your life. Yeah.
You don't have to remember anything.
Wear the same clothes. Kids have the same
name. You got to go
name.
different middle names, though, right?
I hope so. How do you call them?
How do you register them at Social Security if you've got 7 George Foremans at the same address?
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I don't know. Roman numerals? I don't know.
Yes,
but yeah.
something. No, he was. Then of course he had the grill, which became a cultural phenomenon. Did you have one?
Of course, I had at least 3 of them.
Really?
They were. Didn't you have one? I thought
didn't.
everybody had.
So,
oh, really?
When I was in college, one of my roommates had one. So I'm familiar with it, but I've never owned a
They're
Foreman
like the air
grill.
fryer now. Everybody had one.
Yeah.
They were awesome. You could do steaks on them in a blink.
And the whole thing was the fat would run down because it was at an angle.
Fat content out. Let Hulk Hogan tell it. That should have been his endorsement.
Tell that story.
What?
The Hogan story, because I don't think everybody knows that.
That he was supposed to be the celebrity endorser of the.
They had a grill. The
grill.
People that invented this grill wanted Hulk Hogan to put his name and likeness
and he
on it.
Said no.
He said, no, I don't want to do that.
He said, no, I don't want to do it.
And Foreman said, I'll do it, and they sold 8 trillion of them.
Pow! Right.
Yeah.
Popped. Absolutely. I know. Just wild.
We should have a grill.
The George Foreman movie? Interesting. There's a Foreman. It's called Big George.
A doc or like
it's
a fictionalized?
It's a fictionalized biopic, kind of like the fighter. Dramatization. Yeah. It's pretty good.
When did it come out? I don't know that one.
I think it's about 5, 6 years old.
Who played George? Do you remember?
I don't remember the actor's name.
It came out 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Okay, thank you. The scenes with Ali are interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the whole after he beat him. Because, George went through that long depression after Ali beat him over in Africa.
Yeah.
And then the scenes of George going back to Ali, to his house, and apologizing. It was
he
so
lived
deep.
a life. He lived an incredibly interesting, different, life where highs and lows and all sorts of everything in between. And he went from the ultimate villain to the guy that everybody was kind of rooting for. Like that career.
Not a villain,
life.
just a scary man. He wasn't a villain. What's his name?
He was villain might be the wrong word, but he was the one he was the antagonist.
What was the bear? The big ugly bear. He died. Of course. The guy Ali beat with the Phantom Punch.
Sonny Liston?
Sonny Liston was a villain.
Yeah.
George Foreman was just scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But people were rooting for he was the guy that I want the other guy to win.
Right.
And then all of a sudden he became everybody's grandpa, dad, whatever.
They legit thought that he was going to kill Ali.
Yeah.
Not just beat him, kill him.
You know what I miss?
What?
The fights like that. Like the last time that we had a heavyweight fight that captured everybody's attention.
Yeah.
Like I know you're a boxing fan, so you watch all the fights. So I get, but the heavyweight fight that all of a sudden Emily's like, oh, I'm going to go watch the fight tonight. Like that.
It sucks to say, but Tyson and Paul was that.
Yeah, but that was.
And no, it's not a fight. It's not a fight. It's like it was.
We need
terrible.
an American-born heavyweight. Yes,
you're right, Em. That was part of the zeitgeist, but it was as an athletic spectacle. It was a goof. Like it wasn't competitive.
Yeah.
To have a heavyweight fight where you go in there where maybe one guy's a heavy favorite or not, but something is good's going to happen tonight. We're going to see, and the other guy at least has a shot.
They just had one, and it just wasn't for us. It was Fury and Usyk.
Yeah,
it's just
those guys just don't cut across the spectrum.
We need a guy that was born here.
How about that Joshua and Andy Ruiz? Nobody expected Andy to
Oh, way back when, right? Yeah, it came out of nowhere.
That's the one I remember.
Absolutely, yeah.
And
he made him quit.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, he made him quit. Absolutely.
The last heavyweight that kind of transcended fight fans and just kind of trickled into the sports world, was it Holyfield? Was it Lewis?
Heavyweights?
Yeah. Was it Lewis?
Probably. Lewis is over there. He's English.
Yeah, but he had a presence here. Like when Lennox Lewis would fight, it was a big deal here.
Because they even
Lennox
put him in
Lewis is the last. I mean, Klitschko took over after.
Klitschko
After, but it was boring. So Lennox Lewis.
But you're right. Klitschko fights were, I'm going over to my buddies and I'm going to watch
jab and grab, hook, hold.
Yeah.
It was boring. Right. But
both of those guys fought in Ocean's 11.
Right. I know.
Yeah,
right.
that's
And
right.
then he got knocked cold. Right.
Mookie Betts is too skinny, and it's getting a little scary. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The LA Kings have a new home.
Hear the excitement of Kings hockey this season.
This fall, 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app is your home for every moment of the Los Angeles Kings.
Hear the excitement of Kings hockey this season in only one place. Easy to access, easy to find, easy to enjoy every Kings game and your favorite Kings podcasts.
710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Collectors, Front Row Card Show is back at the Pasadena Convention Center on March 29th and 30th.
Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey cards.
Plus Pokemon, Marvel, Star Wars, and comic books.
SGC, Beckett, CGC, and JSA will be there.
So bring your cards, comics, and autographs to sell, trade, or get them graded. Hundreds of vendors, thousands of dollars in free prizes. Don't miss it. Front Row Card Show, Pasadena Convention Center, Saturday and Sunday, March 29th and 30th, 11 to 5. For more info, go to frontrowcardshow.com.
That's frontrowcardshow.com.
College hoops are crazy at the slots, crazy at the tables, and crazy on big screens everywhere you eat, stay, and play. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Lucky gift giveaway. Get a 2.8 quart Dutch oven when you earn 500 points on your rewards card. April 1st, no fooling.
Number 2.
Neil, live June 20th.
And the number 1 reason.
We're giving away a Cadillac Lyric. Be here this Sunday at 10 p to win.
Morongo, good times.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Lakers fans, we're so close to crowning the Lakers GOAT. Join us on March 24th between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. at Ralph's PCH in Long Beach, 6290 East Pacific Coast Highway, to celebrate the search of the greatest fan of all time. Enjoy special appearances from Lakers legends like Byron Scott and AC Green. Grab some delicious bites from the BB Go food truck and enter for a chance to win Lakers tickets. Plus, cast your vote on site with us at LakersGoFoat.com and receive an exclusive Lakers GoFoat t-shirt. Don't miss out.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Club Ultra Reaction Monday. Lakers back at it again. Lakers play every day, so just assume the Lakers are playing. They're in Orlando to start their next road trip. Tip-off is at 4, followed by USC taking on Mississippi State at home tonight. Thanks to Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it.
I heard that.
If you remember the song, is the body bag.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just heard the zipper sound.
Yeah.
It's from the body bag.
Okay.
Things just ain't the same for gangsters. Yes, sir.
Right there. I thought maybe you'd hit the wrong button. No. Guess not. I guess you knew exactly what you were doing. Absolutely. All right. Mookie did not play yesterday in the opening of the Freeway Series. He's down to 157 pounds, according to him.
Wow.
He was listed at 180 to start, so that's 23 pounds.
I would take the under.
As would I.
Yeah.
That's over 10% of his body
That's a
weight
lot.
in a relatively short period of time. And he says that every time he eats, he gets sick, that he throws it up.
And it's undiagnosed. They don't know what it is just yet. And this has been a couple of weeks now.
At least. Yeah.
23 pounds, a couple of weeks. You can't keep anything solid down. You're only eating smoothies or drinking smoothies. This is bad. So, wondering when Mookie's going to get back to baseball, secondary.
I agree.
When he's going to get back to health
Yeah.
is paramount right now.
Yeah, this would be one thing if you had food poisoning and you lost 8 or 10 pounds because you didn't eat for a week and you just felt crummy. But then all of a sudden, okay, I'm coming back and I can keep food down, and you just start to rebuild your strength, put the weight back on, and you're a little behind the 8 ball, but after a week or two, you're kind of back where you were.
Yeah.
20 plus pounds on his frame is just like the videos that you see of him. He doesn't look good.
No.
Like he just
looks sunken.
He looks sunken. That's a perfect word.
Yeah.
Like his face looks drawn. His color looks bad. Like he doesn't look healthy. And hearing him tell it, and you said it, DeMarco, we don't know what it is has to be by far the scariest part of the whole thing.
Absolutely. And if he can come back, he says he wants to just get back to baseball, keep something solid. So I assume the first time he eats and it stays down and he feels energetic, he's going to go out there and try. Right?
I hope not.
But 23 pounds, you lost some muscle.
Yeah.
There's going to be less of you out there. So I wonder where it shows up. More at the plate?
I would think.
Yeah,
I would just think
Yeah.
his strength and his just the pure physics of it all. Just
Yeah.
being 157 pounds to drive a baseball like that can't. There's not a lot of 157 pound guys in the major leagues.
Thinking, who's the smallest guy you've ever seen? 157 is on.
Just pure weight. That's
Yeah.
got to be close.
That's got to be close.
That's got to be
Okay.
close. Like I'm just thinking of smaller guys that we saw throughout the years. Like David Eckstein was a smaller guy.
157 small?
No, I'm just
No.
talking like just the
That's
way
what I
they're
mean.
built. No,
Yeah, yeah.
157 is.
You said
rail
Altuve is
thin.
north of 157.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, that's wow, because he looks tiny.
He's short,
Yeah.
but he's not thin at
No,
all. He's
okay.
kind of a stout guy.
Wow. When's the last time you were 157? High school? No. Before high school.
No, middle school. at
Middle
best,
school,
maybe
okay.
even grade school. I'm trying to think. 7th grade was the beginning of middle school.
12.
I wasn't 157. I was probably 12. I might have been.
Right around 12.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not very big, and I would be scared to death if I'm him.
Why not?
23 pounds.
And obviously, Dodgers are going to do what's best for Mookie and,
Yeah.
and everybody else. But I would think a start of the season on the IL is very likely.
Makes sense,
It
right?
doesn't it?
You got to figure out what it is first, and then you got to get him back to health.
Yeah.
And if you have a roster that can sustain this,
You can deal with it.
Yes, you can.
You can deal with it for a period of time. Now, for them to be as good as they want to be, for them to try to do the things that are at least possible for them to win X amount of games, win the division running away, go back to the World Series, win the World Series, you're going to need Mookie to do most of those things.
Yeah.
He is not just your second best player. He would be the best player on 28 teams in baseball. He's a top 5 guy in the whole league. He plays shortstop, which and not this is down the road, but you wonder when he does come back if you put him back out there, if this kind of resets the clock and you try to put him back in the outfield. We'll see what it looks like with Edman and Rojas and other guys at short, but this is one of those threads you start to pull on, and a lot of weird stuff can start to happen.
I have to ask you, which one is the least physically taxing, right field or short?
So it's a great question, and this is the part I've never quite understood. According to what he has said, he finds it easier on his body to play shortstop than it is to play right field.
Shorter area to cover?
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me at all.
Yeah.
I would think that being in right field would be an easier physical load than playing the middle infield.
If you're going to dive for something, I'd rather land on the grass.
I just there's less to do out there.
Yep.
There's just not that there's nothing to do, but on shortstop, you're literally involved. Every single pitch, you have a responsibility.
Right.
No matter where the ball is hit on the field, you have a responsibility. You're moving, you're running, you're covering ground. There's bodies flying in and out where you're around that bag a lot. And in right field, there's stuff to do on every pitch, but not like that.
No. Yeah, and as you start to put on weight and gain muscle, you're going to go through that pain phase, and you're going to start to have power outages.
Yeah.
I'd rather have that in right field than at short. But I'm sure the Dodgers are going to do what they need to do for him. Who is your number 2 best guy? Freddie?
Freddie.
Once Mookie's out, then it goes Ohtani, Freddie. Okay, that's what I thought.
That's not a bad plan B.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
It's not a bad plan. And then you've got Muncy, and you've got Teoscar, and you've got Will Smith. If you're ranking
without Mookie, Ohtani, Freeman, who's your third now?
Will Smith.
Will Smith. Okay. At the plate?
Yeah. Muncie,
Or all around?
Teo. I think you could, depending on your favorite flavor of ice cream, it's Muncie, Teo, or Will Smith.
Okay, that works.
Yeah.
Those three guys, whatever you're facing that day.
And if you
Okay.
wanted to throw Tommy Edman in there, I wouldn't look at you funny.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not Michael Conforto or Rojas. Any other guy is a fair answer.
The other guy's a fan.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah. I got you.
Honestly, it kind of is.
Yeah.
Dave Roberts was talking about that. How many years did you play in the league after you won the Super Bowl?
One
more year.
1 and 2 if you count that Niner
Okay.
year. Yeah.
So you won the Super Bowl, you came back the next year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You've said before that it was like you confetti on the field, training camp the next day.
Right off the parade float, right into training camp.
Dave was talking about how he wants the Dodgers to go and attack this season like they are the hunters rather than the hunted. And I understand them, and like that makes sense, but they are the hunted. They are the defending champs.
Yeah.
They are the guys that spent $1 trillion. They are the guy that signed all these players. Can you go out there with that hunter mentality when you are the gun? You're the one that everybody's coming at.
Probably more in April. It's going to be hard because Thursday, aren't you dropping banners?
Yeah.
So you're going to be reminded of what you've done, not what you're about to do.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to get through that first. That's the last part of being a champion. You got to do it at home, drop the banners, reminded of what you just did, and then get on with trying to win another one. So I'd say April, you can become the hunted or the hunter.
The hunter.
Right now, you're going to be the hunted, and it's a matter of it's a mind frame thing anyway. So no matter how you approach it, every team wants to take you out.
Absolutely.
Every single one.
Like, I get it.
Yeah.
Like, you could say, okay, I'm not going to rest on my laurels. I'm whatever happened last year, who cares? It doesn't matter. It has nothing to do with what happens this year. We got to go win our games, get our hits, throw our pitches. I get all of that. But you know that you're everybody's number one opponent. You know that everybody expects you to go back to the World Series, that you're the heavy favorites. And to just throw that out and not think about it and not think about how much better you are than every opponent they're going to play, they have a better team. That's really hard. You could say, okay, we're playing the Phillies tonight. Are they close? Yes. Are they better? No. Braves, are they better? No. The Padres, are they better? No. They're good.
They might play harder than you.
They might, but I would think, and that's why I asked,
because they're hunting you.
Was that next season? Was it hard to get back on it?
That's the thing. You get everybody's best shot. So the things, I guess, I don't know, how do you kind of ease into the street fight because you're a champion and they're throwing haymakers because they're trying to take down the champion, and then you have to adjust to that. So early, it'll be tough, but once you get into the thick of it, everybody's a hunter.
Is there a wake-up call, like at some point, like, hey, enough, we got to...
Yeah.
Somebody have to say anything?
When they
is it
start
the coach?
playing
Who is
harder
it?
than you, when they're doing things, they're playing a hard 9 and you're not, and you
Yeah.
lose these close games, it'll click for you, but it takes a while.
This goes back to something that you've been right on from the beginning. That's a Dave Roberts thing. Like, I think when we think of managers, he made this bullpen move. He put this lineup together. This is the guy that pitched against that guy. And that's part of it, but I'm going to go to my grave saying that that's coming from on high way more often than not. But what you just described, that we're not playing hard enough. We're not doing the little things that we did last season when we were competing. To call attention to those, address those as they're happening, I think that's where he will earn his money, and that's where he is particularly good at not letting the little things slide.
And think of how the Yankees lost the World Series.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so you can let those little things slide and still be successful, except when it matters most. And this is the benefit of having Ohtani as your best player, because I think he might be as unaffected as I've ever seen a top-notch player in the world.
I can't think of anybody that just kind of keeps moving forward.
Right. So you're going to follow that example. That will help Dave Roberts big time.
You know, I've never thought of that.
Yeah, he's a machine, and that will help.
His demeanor, like I don't care how, like, Pete Rose is famous for, playing every pitch, every at bat, like never throwing away, and he deserves credit for that. He played hard, but you could tell that most players, and I don't want to say most, virtually all, have moments where you just feel they're kind of floating.
Yeah.
Not really with Ohtani. You very rarely see him just kind of float through it.
Seems like everything is measured. He's dialed in. Thoughtful every single time. So having that to lead you off and lead you literally, great for Dave Roberts.
Yeah.
You'll forget about being champion quickly.
Oh, by the way.
And trying to win another one. Yeah.
He's going to pitch again this year.
Yeah. Where would you put him now? If you've got Snell healthy, Yamamoto,
He's your fifth guy.
He's your fifth guy.
I'm not saying he's the fifth best. I'm saying that he is the fifth out of that group.
Who's four?
Glasnow, Yamamoto, Sasaki, and Snell.
Glasnow. Okay.
Yeah.
And he's going to pitch every fifth
So that
day.
means that, and I think May will stay in it too. So I think they're going to use 6 far more often than not, just because Yamamoto is kind of always on 6. Sasaki's going to pitch once a week. It's going to work out.
I don't want him to do it, but I can't wait to see him pitch.
Oh yeah.
I don't want him to do it.
I think that's the next big moment for the Dodgers this season.
When he gets on the mound?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, like if you're forecasting the next 6 months of the season, we know that he's going to hit a bunch of home runs. You know that they're going to be really good. You know they're going to win a bunch of games. Every time Sasaki pitches, it'll be a thing because he's new. But when Ohtani goes to the mound as a Dodger for the first time, that'll
be the show for the week.
Yeah.
When is he scheduled to pitch?
They're being a little cagey. My guess is I would guess he'll pitch late May, early June. That would be my guess.
Okay.
But if it was mid-July, you wouldn't knock me off of my chair with a feather.
June's a good time to slot it in there.
Yeah. Because let's say it's the end of June 1.
Yeah.
It's 2 full more months to kind of on-ramp and do this stuff.
Where do you think they'll be in June, record-wise? Well, never mind.
They will be in first place.
Right.
They will be in first place by 5 or 6
Probably
games.
have some house money to play with. Yeah. And you can trot out Ohtani.
that to your line about how they ruined baseball. The one thing that they did kind of just take off the table is kind of fun is the division. They're going to win that division. Like short of a bunch of people, whatever Mookie's going with, like if it's contained, like a bunch of guys get sick or hurt or
At
whatever.
the same time.
But they're going to win that division. They're going to win it by probably double-digit games, and that's that.
Wow.
That the rest of it, all bets are off.
I can't wait to see him take the mound to see what happens. Like what if he's on fire pitching and hitting at the same time?
We've seen it before.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they've lost the division once in 10 years, right?
And they won 105 games the year they didn't win it.
Who won it that year?
The Giants.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah.
It's getting down to the last day against the Rockies, and the Dodgers ended up
the Dodgers won 105 games and finished in second place by 1 game. It's not
that would suck,
but I think it's like 11 of the last 12 or 12 of the last 13.
Was that insufferable Baumgartner's team?
No,
that wasn't them.
That was
after.
Good. That was after.
I do remember that it was the first season I worked here. That season they went to the line with the Giants and ended up facing the divisional round. But it was like the one game you can look back at. There was a check swing to end the game, or like was key twice.
Yeah,
and that's the reason. Basically, they lost the division.
It was that big right-handed hitter. I forget his name for the Giants, where RUF, that's who it was. So the Dodgers lost a game against the Giants late in the season on where they thought they checked it.
Kenley was pitching.
I think, they rang it. They didn't do it. He wins the game. Then fast forward to the playoffs, a check swing ends the series. Scherzer on the mound, and Max Scherzer still sets the all-time record for guy that got drunkest the fastest after a playoff win, because they had him on TV 5 minutes after the game ended, and he couldn't speak.
He went around.
Yeah.
Oh my God! They called that. Oh,
yep.
You got hosed.
Yep. NFL draft right around the corner, and the Rams are getting a little buzzy on one position in particular.
Get him, Dave.
That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
So Mark Real from Real Fathers writes, I always say on the air, you have to have the right family law firm that is going to get you the happiness you deserve and the justice you deserve.
Really, the legal system is designed and set up for fathers to fail. I set out to create a firm and to create something that would help all men navigate that successfully.
We have a new phone number for Real Fathers Rights.
833-ESPN-710.
And RFR710.com.
Yes, RFR710.com.
Collectors, Front Row Card Show is back at the Pasadena Convention Center on March 29th and 30th.
Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey cards.
Plus Pokemon, Marvel, Star Wars, and comic books.
SGC, Beckett, CGC, and JSA will be there.
So bring your cards, comics, and autographs to sell, trade, or get them graded. Hundreds of vendors, thousands of dollars, and free prizes. Don't miss it. Front Row Card Show, Pasadena Convention Center, Saturday and Sunday, March 29th and 30th, 11 to 5. For more info, go to frontrowcardshow.com.
That's frontrowcardshow.com.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Hey, it's producer Lindsay, and you know I'm a huge wrestling fan. Join Cappy, O'Shea Jackson Jr., and me to watch Monday Night Raw on April 7th at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room. We'll have ticket giveaways and a grand prize of 2 tickets to the Ultimate Wrestling event on April 19th in Las Vegas. Your attendance is your raffle entry. Plus, get a bonus entry when you RSVP at ESPNLA.com. But you must be present to win. See you Monday, April 7th at Hollywood Park Casino. Visit ESPNLA.com for details.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking.